not started?
We're not. Nope. Welcome everybody to McGrew's Reviews. It's been a while since I've said that.
Trying to get the dust off the
Oh my God! I almost said kick it with the. You know what shows I do. Hi everybody. I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka the Mexcellence. The Mexcellence. Get it?
Because you have the whole get up.
It's because the Deadpool.
Did you wear this to the movie?
I wore this to the movie theaters.
I didn't know.
Just in case someone wanted a T-shirt while we were waiting in line.
Yeah, in case it's called branding and merchandising.
That's good stuff.
But no, nobody. Those were all nerds that didn't talk to anybody. It was a weird.
Guy was dressed up as Wolverine.
It was a weird crowd, man.
Bizarre crowd.
It was a weird crowd, everybody. I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka the Mexcellence. Welcome to the show.
I didn't really think it was that weird. I didn't look around.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only thing I saw was the two, like, I would say they were teenagers excited to see this movie, and I was just kind of like, did you watch, like, all 30 movies that you need to watch?
They did.
No, they watched the first two Deadpool movies when they were 8 years old. Hi, everybody. Sammy Gonzalez. Joining me on the other side. It's the titular. Who?
Tommy.
I interrupted you. You didn't wait for me to introduce you.
McGrew.
There you go. And on the other
And
side.
I'm Marco. What up?
Why are you everyone's interrupting me on my introductions?
I can introduce myself.
Fair. Well, I was setting you up is the point.
Oh, that's true.
I said the titular at pause, but you didn't let me pause. You didn't even let me get to pause. You got to just Tommy. And that's not even who you are. You're McGrew of McGrew's Reviews.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just gotta try something out. We've been doing this like almost 5 years at this point.
And none of it's
switch it up.
That's not working. Whatever that is, I don't know what that is.
Cool, man. We put that on the scratch pad. That one did not work. All right, we'll try again.
You guys already pissed me off.
What did we do?
Yeah, you know what you did. All right, I'm gonna pose it to the audience.
Okay.
First person who gets it right, putting it in one comment, either here or on fucking YouTube, whoever I see it first, you get a free T-shirt. That chat right there. Hey, everybody, it's the Mexcellent chat, everybody. No. All right. Question to everybody who's ever watched this show. Can you name the colors of the microphone fuzzies that each host traditionally has? It does change occasionally, but what are the colors of fuzzies that the fucking crew, and I'm going to say just the main five, and I'm sorry to fuck with Jordan because he's not a part of that. Because
Did they get a prize?
Yes, they get a T-shirt if they get this right, if they write it down. Okay.
Oh, damn, we need to get Jordan a fuzzy now. That's what I learned.
They only come in a certain amount of colors.
No one has green.
Well, they can't.
No, but green was because the green screen and also
that's
that,
right.
and it's on that side, and I'm barely on that side. But the point is,
Makes sense.
me, Marcos, Tommy, TJ, JJ. What are the five colors that are associated with each host? Whoever answers first gets a T-shirt, because these motherfuckers didn't even know.
Didn't notice.
Yeah, no, we
Jesus
knew everyone
Christ.
has a color. We just didn't
Didn't
know.
know those particular colors.
We do this for 6 goddamn years or some shit, and y'all didn't even bother to think
Yeah.
that I
Think
did that
about-
intentionally.
No,
You've
we
been
know it's
color-coded
intentionally.
since the beginning.
I did not go to school for that.
You know,
I was gonna be mean. I'm like, you didn't finish school because of that. God damn it.
College, no.
Did college. By the way,
I mean, he has a high school diploma.
I do. Didn't drop out in the 4th grade. Jesus.
You're missing one.
You're missing
and
one.
you're wrong.
Yes.
yeah. Or you might be. Actually, you know what? Look at the color. Here, let me help. There is a difference between these two. There is a difference.
It does look orange.
Yeah. You know what? It looks like a. You know what? I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Tom, okay, but you are missing one though. You are missing. Oh, that's the thing. Well, now you have the clue, because yeah, you know what? I never noticed, but there is a stark difference.
Oh, look, he never noticed, sir.
Yeah.
No, I know what it looks like with my eyes, not on the camera.
You look at the camera.
No, I don't anymore.
Well, you should.
I don't because I know what the colors are.
They looked orange.
Shit. Yeah. Oh, there you go. DJ Lemon got it. DJ Lemon gets a fucking shirt. Someone remind me. Hold on.
Like,
DJ Lemon gets a shirt. DJ Lemon gets a shirt. Hey, Key, DJ Lemon gets a shirt. Remind me. Thank you. Thank
like
you.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you put it that way, I can remember.
Everyone was a No, you're not a Power Ranger anymore. You lost your powers.
The Yellow Ranger.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You died in 9/11. No, she died right before 9/11. She died like
very good way.
She died September like 10th or 9th or
You got a
something.
hero, Tommy, on 9/11.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh no, he hijacked the plane. No, he was a part. He was in on it.
That is the darkest Sam joke that he's
One
ever
of the
made. Huh?
darkest.
It was your Yellow Ranger that was a
It's
part
still
of it.
too soon, Sam.
You're lucky they weren't Bostonians, or else I would have fucking done it way
It's even
sooner.
worse.
Tommy,
Yeah.
it's still your birthday.
Okay.
Marcos, I'm sorry. You already got your
already
shirt.
got this one.
You already got this one. This was from a friend of ours, Tom. You got a gift.
Hey.
Because you don't check the chat. You don't know who it's from until I tell you.
Okay.
It's from Jordan.
Oh.
He forgot it in his car. Jordan joined us for the screening. He's not feeling well, but I said I already bought the ticket. JJ also not feeling well. He got typhoid or something.
Shit.
So he's out of commission.
They got the consumption.
They got
Tuberculosis.
They got. Let's hope not. Jordan was at the screening. He had a mask, but he was sick. So these are the healthy boys right now.
Right.
And TJ does fuck all. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something elsewhere in the ether.
Yeah.
But Jordan said, "Oh, is anybody still here? I forgot Tommy's gift in my car." And I said, "Oh, I'm still here. I was just getting my things going." And I didn't see this, but he granted you this T-shirt.
Hey.
I don't know what it says, so I'm just gonna hand it to you, and you're gonna
Jordan
reveal it.
G.
The funny thing is, like, everyone would know because
Well, I don't
previous
know.
shows.
He really spent money on this.
Oh, he spent money on it. Let me see.
Oh,
What is
dear
that?
God.
Oh, other one? Hold on.
all
Other
of
side.
them?
Other shoulder.
He got all three of us the same shirt.
Okay.
Hawk to a 24. Spit on that thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Joe Biden dropped out. Hawk Tua is right in the opening gap right there.
Yeah.
There's a fucking opening right there for Hawk Tua 2024.
It is.
I don't know why I'm doing
This
the
is
hands.
this is all part of the plan.
But you all three of you who have it have to wear it now.
Okay.
Have
I
to
wore
wear
it right after he gave me.
No, but together. Like you have to like Voltron. Because no, you're not a part of the Color Rangers anymore. Wow, that sounded weird. We should invent the Colored Rangers. But y'all are not a part of it anymore. Because you didn't notice. I bet you TJ noticed.
Oh yeah, you know.
DJ Lemon is a part now. What?
Black isn't a color; it's the absence of a color.
That's true.
How do you make black ink?
That's
You have to
not how
put
it works.
colors in.
Doesn't work with light.
It's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the concept of color. We're talking about the actual physical substance of
What
color.
color is space?
What color is space is not a color because there's an absence of it. That's not space. That's a foam. It's a foam thing. This is a metal thing. It's black.
You're gonna be really upset with me. I stopped myself though, so you shouldn't be. I was just about to ask who's blue. I stopped myself.
Technically, okay. Do you want to know the real answer?
He knows who it is.
It's JJ / etc.
I know, but like you told me literally like 20 minutes ago, and I completely forgot already.
I told you 7 minutes ago.
It feels like 20.
Actually, I told you. Well, I don't know. That's wrong. That's 20 minutes.
That'll
ago.
be a common thread with this review.
Yes.
Oh, being told something 20 minutes ago and then
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the review. Now, mind you, this is McGrew's reviews. This is McGrew over there. But we are going to be talking about Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. And you guys are going to be talking about, well, not that. You guys are going to be talking about The Boys.
Yes.
Season 5.
4. Is it 4 or 5?
I thought it was 5.
Whatever the newest season is of The Boys, them two's going to be talking about it. I saw one episode over my buddy Corday's shoulder, and I don't know if it's for me, but we're going to get into Deadpool, and then we're going to get into extreme spoilers about Deadpool after The Boys review. I just made that switch. So we'll go ahead and do Deadpool, no spoilers review, get your score. The Boys, spoilers probably in that. Maybe light spoilers, if anything.
4.
We'll take a break, season 4.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a break, and then we'll do the extreme spoilers at the end, just to give people a break, so that way we can get to it. So, thanks for joining us on this almost undercover episode of McGrew's Reviews. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Deadpool, Wolverine, everybody's excited. It's going to
very
change the
excited.
game.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige goes,
Game changer.
if Endgame is a 10 on the multiversal, if Infinity War is a 9, Deadpool is an 8 in terms of the multiversal implications of the mind and the thing and the MCU. It's going to change the face of the MCU forever, and did it. We'll tell you right now in our non-spoiler review. Tommy, your first impressions of this movie.
Maybe I overhyped it for myself.
A lot of people did, I think.
I think I.
Well, I think the hype is at fever pitch. Let's start there.
Yeah. I mean, when I first saw the trailer, when I first knew this was going to happen, I was excited. I like Deadpool. I like Wolverine. You know, those are two franchises that I like. They get to be together. We get the yellow suit. How could you go wrong? I'm thrilled.
Right.
Thrilled. And then it settled. Then I saw it. It's an event film for me.
Right.
Like, and it's hard to take event films fully seriously because they kind of have their own rules.
Right.
You know? Fan service is a big part of an event film. Shit like that. It's already with the suit fan service. It's it already
Right.
has a fan servicey vibe to it.
And we're gonna try not to mention the last trailer because that one does spoil one other thing.
Yeah.
But you've seen the suit.
We can avoid
You've seen
that.
Dogpool. You've seen some Lady Deadpool hips. So
Yeah.
if you're skittish about those types of things, be gone from this one because we're gonna be talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you see all the stuff, the costume,
Yeah, the costume, the whole
Liefeld
nine.
shoes in the background of the thing.
Yeah,
You see
it's
all
always
the
going to be
little
Easter eggs and shit,
TVA.
which is all fun. All
Yeah, I do feel
Well,
for a
good.
little bit like this is the first MCU movie that I'm like, I'm not nerdy enough to get everything here.
no, it's something like it's like 5 things in every scene of the movie.
Right.
It's
It's
just
it's a dense movie, and
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I'll let you keep going, though.
There's like a
Yes.
couple of cameos that took me 3 times of seeing them to be like, oh,
yeah, it's like that.
you're
It's-
kind of important.
right.
It really is that, but it doesn't. It to me, it was nothing in this that saves the MCU or like
But he's MCU
made me
Jesus.
want to- that was fun.
Marvel Jesus.
It's nothing in it to me. Like if that's the way Kevin Feige is going with these things, this was
no,
on
I
the
thought
lower
that was-
end of event films for me. Like it's not as big as Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's somewhere in between that. I know it sounds terrible. And Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, in my opinion. It
Okay.
lies somewhere in between.
in the void of that.
Yeah, in the void of that. Because Multiverse of Madness wanted to be kind of an event film and a Doctor Strange sequel at the same time.
Right.
And it failed on both ends, honestly.
Right.
Maybe if it would have picked one or the other, it would have worked out. But like this, it leans more towards the event film side, which is why I like it better than Multiverse of Madness.
Uh-huh.
But not by as much as I would have liked to have liked it more than Multiverse of Madness.
You know what? I might be right there. Marcus,
Yeah.
what'd you think? Well, as you prefaced even before we were on air, you're kind of known as an MCU hater. You tend to go about a point and a half lower than the average score. You tend to bring the average down when we do the calculus of all of it. But you were cautiously like treading water, saying like, I don't know if I'm going to be the negative one here.
Well, I want to say beforehand, maybe this is also a factor. I was not excited for this movie.
That's fair.
I was 100% on the camp of like Logan had the perfect ending, which they joke on, and also was kind of one of those things where everyone that was excited, I'm like, you do remember Deadpool 2, not great to even begin with.
It was fine. I don't remember a lot of it.
Once.
Right. I've only seen it the one time.
Drinking, but, it ain't terrible, but
Right.
like it's
not
I don't
great.
remember most of it, man. Like
Yeah.
it's
There was like a dream
forgettable
world where
as
his
fuck.
girlfriend was and stuff. Like he was half dead.
Juggernaut was there, I think.
Yes, as
Completely
Ryan
forget
Reynolds.
Cable is even in that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a dubstep joke that made me laugh out loud in the theater. That's about the only thing I remember from
But
that.
you see, like, the way that you guys are talking about, like, it's not great. You wouldn't... The fact that we have 30 MCU movies, 15 others, and
Shows and
20 DC movies, like, Deadpool 2 probably wouldn't be in your top 40.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right.
You are right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, not expecting anything from this movie, that's a rare person in this
Yeah.
day and age, reading the good news on the newspaper page.
Yeah.
Sorry. So what did you think? You got it. What did you think, like, going into it, first impressions?
So there's like a comparison that some people make whenever they talk about the new Star Wars trilogy, where they talk about like, man, Episode 8 is really not enjoyable to watch.
Last Jedi?
I think it's that
Yeah.
one. It's not enjoyable to watch. But if you take a step back and think about all the choices that the writers made, it's like, no, yeah, that needed to happen. It makes sense that Mark Hamill is fucking jaded and made sense that to do something new.
They could have done. I'm not mad conceptually at that movie, but I am mad at how it did it, if that makes sense.
Yes, and that's this movie
Right.
as well, where I was just kind of like, I like what they did here. This was something that the MCU kind of needed to be like, everyone is... It takes shots at the audience, takes shots at the MCU itself, and it's something that only Deadpool can do because he does those wall breaks and
Right.
stuff. But it's also kind of one of those things where at times this movie is not fun. Like there's an opening fight scene to this, which not a spoiler. I mean, if you've seen
Nope,
any MCU movie,
oh, okay, but
yeah. But all I'm saying is like the joke ran out at 10 minutes, and that thing is 15 minutes long.
Right. And like, so regarding
A lot of that.
Regarding that though, for that specific opening choreography fight scene, Deadpool for me, and I'll get into my review a little bit, gets one. You get one. I'm over the top silly, and if you don't do it organically, if you don't do it, in my eyes, in a correct, orderly, funny manner that makes sense narratively or structurally, then you're just doing it just to do it, breaking fourth walls, doing silly shit just to be silly.
Yeah.
That first one was get one free. I'm here at a Deadpool movie, and then it does it a couple more times, and to varying degrees of success. And this movie, I noticed it about a quarter of the way in, and then definitely like near the finale, near the third act. This movie is, if you're worried about like reshoots and stuff, don't worry about reshoots. Worry about the fact that they were on strike. Worry about the fact that there was, writer strike, people strike, a little bit of coronavirus, and it's this big extravagant movie that people are like, oh my God, it's going to be epic and multiverse and stuff. And everything feels like a shot on a 20 by 20 set.
It feels like every other Marvel movie. It's no different than like Quantumania or the Marvels. Like, to me, it didn't feel any bigger than any of those.
It wasn't as catastrophically noisy as Quantumania, but imagine taking a multiverse green screen and then putting a street green screen or a TVA green screen and it's like, oh, this is a soundstage a lot.
A whole lot.
Whole lot.
It's very noticeable.
I actually do like the restraint on that note, because there was some people expecting like a Tiny Toons level of like cameos.
Right.
You actually probably get less cameos than you would think.
I thought they were going to go buck wild, and they only went wild. Like, I was expecting buck wild.
Yeah, all out wild. The way they hyped this shit up, so was I.
Right.
And like, no, what you hit it on it's just wild.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, neat. And then you go, and then you move on.
Yeah, right. Excitement level down.
Well, let's put it this way.
Wrong in my estimate, but I think it's just 10.
I think you might be right.
You're like, so not counting background non-speaking cameos, which we're not counting those.
Less than that.
So speaking cameos, let's see, 3, 4, like 7 speaking. And then a couple others.
Yeah, about 7.
And
Because
then
I was counting like the person from X-Men 3 that she doesn't even have a speaking role in
like
this
she was.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no.
Hyped up like, oh look, she's Lady Deathstroke. You're like,
she's in the trailer.
Shit. Yeah, like, she doesn't say
she didn't say a word.
And I think they replaced some of these actors too.
Oh, they 100% did.
Well,
they make a joke about it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay,
right,
all right,
and so you're dealing with that, and you wonder like how leaks didn't get out. It's because they were on a 10 by 10 set. Like, yes, I know that they're in a big open field in the void or whatever they're at. Right. This cuts off right at the edges, like right here.
Yes.
The green screen cuts off right there. The green screen cuts off right there, and then that's a real prop, and that's some real sand. And that's how the movie is.
The whole
There's
movie.
Sand, forest, road trip, lair,
a lot of void,
TVA, and like city street.
It's like 5, 6,
it's like a
7.
back lot.
Yeah.
City street too.
Oh, it's a straight up back lot.
Right.
City street. Yeah.
And so
the first Deadpool only had like 3 scenes. Really, three
locales.
Yeah.
Right. But that had a reason, because nobody had faith in it. This is supposed to be the tentpole movie, only Marvel movie this year. And it's supposed to hold everything over. And that's the thing.
It's going to make money. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. It's going to make a ton of money.
Well, I think it all depends on the type of person, because we brought it up too. The audience going into this, if you're expecting Deadpool antics, violence, swords ablazing, guns ablazing, you're going to get it.
Got it in spades.
You're going to get it so much. This movie...
Too much.
I'm gonna steal from Eric Voss, the new Rockstars guy. When I looked at his review, that was non-spoiler, and this is the one thing that he mentioned that it stands out once you hear it, which is absolutely pulled back on the sex, absolutely up the violence. It's easier to sell violence than it is to sell sex with a rated R Disney property. Right. They'd rather say the pegging joke as opposed to do it, and they'd rather bloody up Wolverine and guys that can regenerate.
Yeah.
As opposed to letting people actually fucking die or slicing up humans and stuff, which they also slice up humans, and they kill a lot of fucking people. We'll get to that kind of stuff later, but that's like the opening feel of it, which is like, if you're excited, you're going to be excited, and you're going to get a lot of that fan service. This, I just realized I said the dirty word.
What?
Fan service.
That's what this movie is.
Right.
That's the first, when I described it to my girl, that was the first thing I said.
Right. And I'm only kind of a fan. Like, I've actually, to get to your point about Acolyte, I think I'm off Star Wars.
Did
I was about to say,
I didn't even watch it.
really, yeah.
I didn't even want to. I didn't watch Ahsoka.
hard.
You should just watch the fight. That's it.
The
You-
fights
Right.
are great. The fights are, I'm sure montage and that'll be on YouTube. Watch
Right.
that because
And-
it's hard to get through.
And I'm in the fight of Marvel. I like Marvel stuff,
You're
but even
rooting for it.
then, Quantumania took a lot of wind out of my sails.
as well it should have.
What was the one after that?
Marvels, right?
Marvel's was fine.
Something in between that.
No, but Marvel's
to
was-
me.
Thor was in between that.
Thor took the wind out of my sails.
Thor is
Marvel's
really what
was
did it.
fun,
To me, Marvel's probably better than the most of the shit they've done in a while.
right?
honestly.
But not like
Not that
stellar.
good.
Yeah, it's not
but
stellar.
it got you in, got you out. Didn't waste your time.
Right.
Definitely didn't do that.
Right. Like my sister, like she goes, "How the hell did you tell me there was a dance world in that movie?" And I'm like, "I didn't want to spoil
Forgot.
it."
Yeah.
No, but that was the thing. It's a lot of fun to be had in that
Yeah,
movie.
it was.
And then that was the last thing I think. And then then it's just been a desert.
Yeah.
What was the TV show? Was there a TV show?
Loki season 2.
Season. Yeah. I like
Secret Invasion.
Obi. Secret Invasion was booty cheeks.
Terrible.
Right. It was Nick
Absolutely
Fury just being
terrible.
old man Nick Fury.
Being an asshole.
Right. To a Skrull wife, and then Emilia Clarke
To a
is a
Skrull
god.
wife and Scroll best friend treated them both like shit.
All right, burn the shit out of him.
You know what's weird is like I don't give a fuck about fan service. So a lot of that stuff was lost on me.
Right.
The chatter is right. I think it's Calamity was saying this movie is 20 minutes too long. That is also
boy's
right.
laughter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we have an ad coming up. But it is funny that about halfway through the movie, I was like, this is fun for the reasons it's not probably supposed to be fun. Like for me, I'm like, this is Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
If it just ends at an hour and 30, an hour and 40, it would have been a way higher score for me.
Right.
But where it is, it's like they actually do have a couple of sweet moments that I didn't expect.
Just more heart in this one probably than the other two. I can give it that.
The second one had a lot of heart. It was a lot of
Kind of
heartstrings.
similar to
First one was enough, a nice
the
balance.
first one was a straight up love story.
This one is is so imbalanced in regards to it.
Yes.
It is very imbalanced.
Like you'll be
so.
like wacky da 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 Looney Tunes, and that's why my world died, and that's why I need to save the universe. I'm like whoa.
It's a crazy collage for
Yeah,
sure.
the tonal
Right.
shifts.
But that's
and-
what Deadpool does in the comics. So it was just
He
kind of
does.
like
Right, but there's ways you can do it. There's a line that I read that was like very specific where Deadpool's like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, but I don't kill kids. And they're like, we had to do it. We had to fucking do it. You're a scum of the earth motherfucker that kills people for money. He's like, yeah, but I don't fucking kill kids. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's silly, but he also has a
No, he
heart and
does
he's
have
serious.
serious,
So
yeah.
that's hard to do.
It's very hard to
And so
pull
what
off.
this movie does is it goes, Looney Tunes, a little bit of in the mix. Real depressed, Looney Tunes. Now we're in the middle. Looney Tunes, dark. It doesn't know where to flow. And
Yeah.
I said that about another one of these movies. Might have been
Guardians?
Quantumania. No, Guardians.
Yeah, Guardians was the one I was trying to
Guardians.
think of, which
I
I
hate-
fucking can't stand.
I hate
Guardians
Guardians 3.
I cannot stand
Thank you
that
for joining
fucking
me.
movie.
I was there.
Yeah.
And nobody was quite there yet. Everyone was kind of like,
I was always
yeah,
there.
even Mike shit on that movie.
Yeah.
We just gave it middle scores of 5 and 6.
I didn't like the emotional manipulation.
okay, that's exactly what I said. And I wasn't
Yeah.
getting the high five rousing I should have gotten when I
No,
said it.
Yeah, we agreed.
Yeah,
fully
we all
with that.
agreed with you, bro. I don't know what you're
Go
talking
back and watch that one.
Go back and watch the review. Let me know if they.
Even Mike shit on it.
I did not like that movie, man.
I don't know. I feel like this is some not gaslighting. What's it called? Retconning, as it were.
it's really-
as it were for a Deadpool movie with TVA.
Because I remember watching Guardians 3 where I'm like, you can literally feel where James Gunn wrote, and now he dies.
Right. I was so mad. It's like kill them all.
Kill 'em, man.
And they didn't. They
No.
didn't kill them all. And in this movie, they had a chance to kill them all. They had a chance to kill everybody, and they kind of did in their own way. Now we're not going to get into the weeds of it, but
I will
there
say
are
that-
consequences to this movie. In a context we'll get to in the spoiler review.
Well, I was gonna say like it's not a spoiler because you can tell in the trailer that they're there. This movie does something that why I haven't given a fuck about any of the other Marvel properties is that like it fucks with the TVA and existence itself.
Right.
Like it's all about whether you even get to exist as a timeline kind of thing. And in that aspect, where in like Loki season 1, they're fucking throwing around the Infinity Stones and shit like that. Mm-hmm. It makes Wanda's trauma show dumb. It makes the Captain whatever like everything is small potatoes. Mm-hmm. But this show has legitimate stakes where it's just like, hey, we fuck up. And also, this is one of the bigger disagreements that we have, and we can't get too in-depth in it. I actually think the villain makes perfect sense for what we get.
Which Bill? This the movie?
This one?
Bald or man?
Bald.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I agree. I liked it.
Oh yeah, Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's man, evil bad guy, and then there's TVA evil bad guy, and then there's Cassandra
Cartoonish
Nova.
evil
Yeah.
bad guy, yeah.
And so and she's
dope.
That's the thing. I don't know. Like, did they waste her?
Yes.
Or is this the only way
I mean,
you could use
It's the
her?
multiverse. You can get multiple of her.
Yeah, that particular actress did excellent. Like, I mean, no, she is that powerful in the comics. Like,
Right.
she's hard to fucking beat. She's a big problem for the X-Men as a whole.
Right.
Like, she's an X-Men villain. So it's just like, you could see how she could take most of them out by herself.
Right.
I feel like maybe she was a little wasted for this. She was a solid villain. She really is, but it's just like, I could see you could have been around a lot longer. Like, I was hoping they would have hid you, you'd just be around, because she is a good character. But I mean, if they're trying to usher in the X-Men and shit,
Right.
I mean, they got a litany of things to choose from, and she ain't high on the
They're
pecking
never
list,
gonna use her
honestly.
again. You're
Yeah,
probably
she
right.
really is not high,
Right.
as far as like X-Men villain. She should be, but she is.
Right. She's newer, right?
She's more newer.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it also is kind of one of those factors. Well, I will say, whenever Kevin Feige was straight up lying, this movie does not change like
Not a
the
goddamn
direction
thing.
of.
I actually had to ask Tommy, what timeline are we in now?
you
Still?
got confused.
I still don't know what timeline we're in. I really don't.
I was thinking. No, I think I was right.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll talk about
talk
the spoiler
about it. We'll figure
because
it out.
literally, I walked out and I go, "What timeline are we in now? Where are we? Who's where?" And I could not tell. I could not tell because of the way they did it.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
It was bizarre.
and I don't know when the jump happened to make it line up by the end of it.
I had a lot
It
of
doesn't line up.
questions.
No,
It doesn't. I really had more questions than answers, especially because it's something that happens at the end that I didn't even know his world knew or acknowledged.
Right.
But they did, and then I'm like, well, what the fuck is the whole point? Then that clearly you are what you want to be, so there is no conflict.
Right.
Where's the conflict then? Because if that happened, that means you are what you want to be.
Right.
I'm trying to dance around.
Yeah,
it, but you get what I'm saying, right?
exactly. And so
I'm like, so what the fuck was the point of all
So
this?
are you there or are you not? Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
That's the part that confused me, and I know that was what confused you.
So
It's
now,
like, where are we?
So now we're in a movie that was supposed to establish and be an 8 on the scale of TV. I don't know where the fuck we're at.
And even
It's a
the
zero.
TVA thing was even like, because we got to like the TVA gets established in Loki. We think we know what the TVA is and what it's about.
I'm gonna be
And then
honest.
they break it in by season 3 or whatever with
Yeah,
Victor
they
Timely.
broke the fuck out
and
of
Loki
it.
is now the time guy.
I was about to say, I actually don't know how that fits into all this. I stopped watching Marvel TV shows.
You should.
Right.
As well, you should.
So I stopped watching. I never gave Echo a chance.
Yeah.
And I never gave Loki season 2 a chance. So
Oh, yeah,
I
Echo.
don't know.
Oh yeah, Echo.
Forgot all about.
Oh yeah, I watched Echo. It was
I watched
fine.
Echo just fine.
Just fine.
But once
Just
again,
fine.
in the span of existing,
Yeah.
fighting Kingpin, not that important.
Not at all.
Because now he's gonna pull a Citizen Kane. He's gonna run for president or
Yes.
mayor or some shit.
Yeah, it just sets that up.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't he
So
running? I thought. Okay, sorry.
Well,
I know-
no. Well, here's
this
the
isn't a
thing.
spoiler because it only
no.
deals with Echo. I thought Netflix is canon now. He already ran for something.
but here's the thing. You're
Oh,
right.
God, you're right. Yeah.
But here's the thing. They have to. I'm gonna do your hands. They have to be able to explain the preceding whatever in 3 minutes or less. They did it in Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Where they were like, so Wanda has some kids and she's lost them. Remember that? Remember when that happened that one time where you had the kids and he lost them? Same thing here. TVA is like, remember when we had that big problem with Kang and he's gone now and we're just doing our thing now?
Yeah.
It's like everything that precedes it, but the end of Loki, spoiler for Loki, you had
Yeah.
time.
I don't care.
He
No,
sacrificed
for them, not for you guys.
himself, yeah.
No, but he becomes the Lord of the time stories or
Lord of
whatever,
time,
and
yeah.
he's the god of stories, and so he's holding the fucking timelines together. So there's no plucking anymore. He's holding everything
No,
together in
it's
one
fixed.
weave. It's fixed.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but we could break them all at once with a physical machine
That they have.
that they just have
in the
to,
basement
to
I
do
guess.
that.
And not even in the TVA.
MacGuffin,
that you know
a MacGuffin.
of.
He literally says it's a
literally says
MacGuffin.
And not the TVA that you know. Apparently, there are different TVAs
No,
throughout
it's
the world.
It's the same TVA. It's just because it's a clerical office, because they're using that element of the the
like,
clerical
whose
nature of it.
district is that?
Yeah, no. The TVA we saw with Kang the Conqueror was like the White House,
Yeah,
and
that's
this
the
is like the
main one.
Pentagon.
Oh, yeah,
where it's like it's the same government, it's the same thing, but it's some
brand.
guy at the
Yeah.
Pentagon going, "I'm going to do these things because I want to do them."
No explanation as to why.
Motivation light.
I mean,
light as can be.
I don't even think they really gave us a clear one.
Right.
He just says he wants to do it.
You want to know what his motivation was?
What? Yeah.
Twirl my mustache.
He had
That's
an
what I
accent.
want
He
to
has
do.
an accent.
No, but he's just mustache twirling cartoon villain.
Cartoonishly.
I mean,
He was chewing up scenery. He was having a great time.
To be fair, like why I bought him, I was like, oh, he's just a bureaucrat that wants to file paperwork the old-fashioned way. That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, I can buy that because you're on screen 10 minutes.
But the but the implication is almost as heavy as Amelia Clarke being the most powerful being in the Marvel universe.
Yes.
It's like, wait, you can just destroy the universe
Whole
with a machine?
universes with a machine.
Yeah.
Wait, does Obi still exist? He could probably make that. It's in the manual. So Obi technically, if he decided to be
make it.
evil,
Yeah.
would have been like, I can make this new thing.
Yeah.
Indy? Sorry, I had to do it. And so now this thing exists.
Yeah.
And I get it's a jokey joke movie where it's supposed to live in its own little world and stuff, and Deadpool can make his jokes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the TVA is still existing. Like, there's still things that the TVA is probably going to be doing, or unless they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it doesn't exist anymore, but rather if they're just going to be like, no more TVA stuff. That was weird. Kang's going to do some other timey shit.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to recast
They
them
need
with.
to let that shit go.
We're going to
I was gonna say,
recast
like-
them with somebody and put Doom in there.
Well,
Fuck
he won't
it.
even answer the question, so
Oh.
he doesn't know himself.
I was gonna
Feige.
say, like, I don't want to get too political or weird in it, but I mean, the U.S. government used to be like, yeah, well, we're going to put a dictator in over there. Like, it's just an old CIA informant that wants to do things the
Right.
old-fashioned
Yeah.
way.
Right.
He doesn't care that thousands of people die along
Very
the way.
true.
Okay.
So I was already okay with it on that note. Well, I know it doesn't make sense because you're like, oh, it's just a bureaucrat that doesn't realize he's killing millions of people. And I'm like,
Just 'cause
yeah,
he
no.
wants to-
No, it makes
That
sense.
does make sense. Yeah. It does make sense.
Mustard gas in Nanking. Oh no! Like it's sort of like, oh no, you did war atrocities by accident. But it's weird. No. By the way, side weird note, Tommy. I told you to remember it. I forgot to mention it. I'm gonna stop the review for half a second to cut to the trailers that we saw before. They edited the New World Order trailer.
So you found the original?
No, well, I didn't find it. I can pull it up.
Yeah.
But for those of you who saw the
Deadpool.
Bucky Cap, the Bucky Cap trailer, whatever, new Captain America Falcon,
Captain America,
New World Order, Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah.
Isaiah Bradley shoots at Harrison Ford, the president, and glass shatters everywhere. They cut the glass shatter assassination
Out
attempt
completely.
out of the trailer.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, it was a post-Trump thing.
Yeah.
Oh, because even in the glass and the shooting at the president.
Yeah.
So they were like, let's cut that out. Also, the Israel person, let's cut her out too.
they
Like
really-
that
they were-
movie's
they
got
are
a
really
lot of
trying to
shit
cut
that they're
Saber
cutting
down,
out.
I was about to say, like, that won't be the first time, the last time this happens this episode, that something was edited.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the news happened and two things got edited very quickly.
Yes.
But just for the record, look out when you watch the trailer that Sam Wilson, that trailer, gets rid of that whole section. But we'll continue now back to, I guess we can go to final thoughts because we want to talk about the spoiler
we kinda have to at
stuff,
this
elements
point.
of it. But
The only thing that I want to ask about that thing, and maybe you can excite me, because Mike actually de-excited me for the new Captain America movie. The Esposito is playing a Spider-Gwen villain that they just threw in, and he wasn't in the original script.
do you know what Spider-Gwen villain?
I don't know what but I asked him, and I was like, "Hey, who is this guy?" And it's like, "Oh, that's primarily a Spider-Gwen villain." And he wasn't in the original script for this movie. He's in one of the re-edits.
Right. Yeah, they added him afterwards.
Yeah, they did add him in afterwards.
I don't even
know
know.
who he's playing,
Yeah.
but that sucks.
Yeah.
Carlo Esposito. What was you said Spider-Gwen villain?
I guess.
Gwen villain. I'm just gonna Google it and see what comes up. Could absolutely. Oh no, it's not a Green Goblin. He's not Norman Osborn.
He's playing Deathlock.
Deathlock.
That's what.
Really?
Oh, what?
Oh God.
That's just not Bullseye. Will Smith from DC, right? That's this.
Oh, Deathstroke.
Deathstroke? No, that's Deadpool.
No, he's a little different. He's like, he's a mixture of kind of like, he's kind of a mixture of Cyborg and Deathstroke, except for Marvel.
Right.
So he's got this metal plate on like the side of his head, and he's a real ugly son of a bitch.
Oh, so his skin's gonna fall off at some point.
Yeah, he's got to be metal at some point. At least half of him. I mean, he's an okay character, but like,
Yeah.
it ain't Giancarlo Esposito.
Right.
I didn't see death like when I looked at him.
Right. Yeah, I know. He had a machine gun. That was it.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's happening. Has nothing to do with this movie. So this movie didn't affect that at all.
No.
Independent. No, I'm just saying. You know, MCU used to
They used to link shit up, so you'd want to go see the next
I-
one, and they don't do that successfully anymore.
I kind of like that this was its own thing.
Self-contained.
Yeah, it was okay
Yeah.
that this one's self-contained. Yeah.
Well, it establishes something, and I don't know what it establishes.
I don't think it establishes anything.
No, but I just
I'm
meant
trying to figure it out,
X-Men-ish
too.
world, because this is
It's supposed
X-Men-ish
to
world, right?
introduce the mutant era, whatever. Like this
But
doesn't
that's-
introduce shit, man.
Right.
Yeah, but they
it really
they
does.
introduced them when Miss Marvel said, "Oh, you're a mutant."
No shit. That introduced them when Beast showed up.
So yeah,
That
there's a spoiler.
technically was the Marvels. Yeah, the very end of the Marvels.
No,
Beast
not the end of the Marvels. Yeah,
Marvels,
no, but
yes.
Miss Marvel was like, you're a mutant.
Oh, that shit, yeah.
Then Beast was like, oh no, you're in my universe, and it's like, wait, what universe are you in now? So now I don't actually. Now I
My
don't
girl's
know.
lost somewhere.
Wait
I don't
a
know where
minute.
Tiana Paris is.
Wait a minute.
Wouldn't that be that universe too?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. So here, okay.
Okay.
Let me just say, we're not gonna spoil anything.
So confused.
So we don't know what universe Deadpool is in this movie.
It's lost.
Now it can either be in the no. Look, there's no spoilers because there's timey-wimey shit going on. We don't know if it's MCU or the Fox universe, but we can assume that Tiana Paris is in Fox X-Men universe
That would be Deadpool.
because
right?
which would be Deadpool's.
Yeah.
Because there's no Logan, because Logan died in that world.
You're right.
Eventually.
I was about to say, like, even that they didn't address it; they just kind of ran from it. Deadpool and Logan are in two different universes.
Right.
No.
Oh,
like,
right.
The movies. I think the movies end on a happy note, where they end in Days of Future Past. I'm ignoring the last two X-Men movies because I don't know.
Right, because Days
I
of
didn't
Future
watch them.
Past ended fixed one timeline. See,
Yeah.
now that movie had fucking time travel too.
God damn it.
So
Yeah.
but in Days of Future Past, it's a happy ending. Logan was already an alternate timeline where they don't have a happy ending.
I thought it was the continuation of that one.
Those are two different.
Yeah.
and
Serenity
Deadpool's already on a third because they have a Deadpool in that universe.
With the Eye Blazers one.
That's right. I don't know what the fuck, man. This shit is a paradox. Like you keep thinking about this shit, and it will hurt your head.
Weird YouTuber out there or friends of weird YouTuber, can somebody make a timeline visual? Was it those video essays? Can you make a video essay of where the timelines line up and where it deviates from what branches of what things after this movie? Logan is canonically set in 2029, which is after Days of Future Past, I think. So Days of Future Past, they get the happy ending.
Days of Future Past jumps to the future at the end of the movie. I don't
No,
know
but
what-
then it goes to everybody's in the X Mansion fine.
yeah,
and
in
then
the future that
right.
happens. No, but it jumps to the future in the date line of when they were almost all killed.
Right. And then after they have the happy ending, that's at some point 10, 20 years from there, Xavier has his aneurysm and kills everybody.
Now they said that was a different one. They really
They
did.
specifically said that was a completely different one. We need to move on.
My review,
head hurts.
my spoiler list review of it, though, honestly, it's fun. If you like action, if you like gory blood, not too much guts, just blood,
Just like
anime
blood.
blood. If you
Yeah.
like blood splatter and squibs and slicing and dicing and bullets, you're gonna have a good time. If you like a little bit of heart, you're gonna have a little bit of a good time. If you're over the age of 40, you're gonna recognize half the references. If you're under the age of 20, they're gonna say on fleek and you're gonna feel uncomfortable. No, they don't say that, but they do throw in some serving type language in there, and it's like, okay, is Ryan Reynolds
A lot of baby girl.
little baby girls and this and that? It's really, really showing the difference between millennials, Gen Z, and Gen X that watch these movies because they've been going on for so long. So like,
They're
trying to navigate through all those waters where there's a thousand fan servicey things for Gen X / us that watched the 2000s versions of these movies, X-Men's and whatnot, and Spider-Man and all those things.
Goodbye to the 20th Century Fox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a whole goodbye, and then you have the young millennials / youngers who like Deadpool, like the MCU, grew up with the MCU Prime, and then you have the little babies that the MCU always existed, and Deadpool was the edgy, fun one your mom got to watch on DVD or Blu-ray. I'm sorry, there was no DVDs for these children. So they have a appreciation for Deadpool and wackiness, and he was also in a lot of like the Earth's Mightiest cartoons on Disney Plus. They threw him in there because they knew it was markable. It was
fun
because synergy.
Well, Deadpool used to be Batman for a little bit, and oh, is your comic not selling? Throw Deadpool in there.
Right. The Deadpool, Deadpool video. He was very Hot Topic 2010.
Yeah.
Like, throw in case of Deadpool. And then, he was edgy. And he broke the fourth wall and he said curses. So, this movie kind of does all of that. And so, therefore, it doesn't really have a prime focus or what it wants to do. And it has to be self-contained because they don't know what they're doing with the MCU right now. And this doesn't remedy anything.
No, it shows that.
And it not only doesn't remedy anything, it confused the shit out of us. Maybe we're dumb or maybe it's confusing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not mad either way. If I'm dumb, sure. If I'm confused, it confused me. It was started as 8. I sat in the chair and I said, "This is 8."
Me, 8.
And then I drove home and I go, "Wait a minute, what do I really feel?" It's not an 8. It's not even as low as a 7 though, because I found a lot of the jokes very funny.
Yeah, I did.
I found a lot of the wordplay, a lot of the craziness. Some of the beats really hit. Some of the misses, they whiffed. They didn't quite miss.
Right.
They weren't just like, oh,
No,
that
I
was
genuinely my side was hurting.
Oh, see, I didn't have that, but there was no he made a joke and it went.
No, it was none.
Oh, I had some of those jokes.
Yeah, and for some people, there's gonna be.
Yeah.
This is a 7.5.
Okay.
And it's 7.5.
Someone else agreed.
Oh, there you go. I wasn't even looking.
Everyone's almost agreeing on that.
Right, because it's not exceptional in any way. We've seen. No, here's the thing. Spider-Man No Way Home broke the cameo.
Fuck, man.
Endgame broke the toys being played at your house.
Yeah.
No Way Home broke the multi-studio, bringing everything, all your toys together, crossover. So what can you do now?
No. To me, Doctor Strange broke it.
Fair. That too.
Like I said, this played more to me like a Doctor Strange than it did a No Way Home.
Right.
And it's just, man, I love it. The montage in here is fucking amazing, by the way.
The first one?
The first one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking adored that. That was fan servicey as fuck.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that in the spoiler.
I got damn near every reference in
I think I did too.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, that's awesome. Love that. As far as everything else, the action's okay. It will be things that make you go, ooh, there's a lot of that in there.
Almost too much.
I don't know what the plot is on this. I don't know what the point of this movie is.
Somebody actually,
honestly,
somebody in one sentence, I don't know I'm going to find it, but they reference it perfectly, which was they saved their timeline. That's it.
Oh, the timeline is broken?
That is it.
The timeline was broken. He fixed it in Wolverine, and somebody else gets to stay. Sorry.
It's pretty much it.
It was in a trailer, but some people wanted to avoid that last
pretty
trailer.
much it.
So,
that's
and
it.
it's just like,
This is a very
don't hype it up like it's something more than what it is.
See, I don't buy into the hype because they will always say this is the best Marvel movie since Endgame, and I'm like, yeah, you've had 5 chances at that.
You failed every last one.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like for me, it was fun. It would have gotten a 7.5 had it cut 20 minutes off. 25 minutes
it runs
off,
a bit long.
It runs too long to the point where even Ryan he breaks the fourth wall. It's like, just hang in there, guys. Home stretch. It's like, well, if you made that joke, you've been here too long.
Right.
And so, like for me, man,
you know what's funny is I think mathematically, it's one of the shorter Marvel movies.
Are you kidding me?
I may be wrong.
It feels long as fuck.
Because we walked in at 7:25 or 7:20, and we had like 20, 30 minutes of trailer. And I think this movie is only 2 hours long.
What?
I think
because I thought it was like.
Keep in mind, you also waited through the credits.
That's true.
That is true.
Because we were out at 9:50.
Okay.
I think it's only 2 hours long.
I think you're right.
I think it's 2:05. Yeah.
Fuck, man. God damn. Your movie should not feel that long, and it's only 2 hours. And especially when you have all this shit to work
2 hours
with,
7,
man.
so yeah.
Like, and with so many parts in it, I'm like, you can extend some of this, and let's explore this. Because that's the thing, man. We spent 2.5 hours. We spent 2 hours watching this, and I didn't get much out of it.
Right.
I really didn't.
Right.
I didn't get any staying power. Not enough sustenance did I get from this.
Some of our friends at the Real Rejects, they do movie reviews, and they were like, they had a group chat, and I read it, and they posted, and it was like, I can't wait to get my eyes back on this movie again. And I'm like, so I was like, maybe there's this dense with references and things like that, and I'm just like, I don't think I need to.
I don't want to.
I don't. Yeah, like
I genuinely don't want to.
My eyes were sharp and open.
Yeah.
I caught a lot of the references.
I caught a bunch of
I'll
them.
wait for new rock stars to do their minute by minute breakdown of everything ever.
Yeah.
It'll be 3 hours long, longer than the movie.
Someone else will do the work for
Right,
you.
and I'll be like, oh,
Cool.
that's cool. I didn't know about issue 95 of Deadpool from Liefield's run, second run when he. Beat his DUI charge and he got fired, but then rehired. Like, there's gonna be some reference. That's not a real thing, but like, there's gonna be some reference.
crazy
What do you give it out of 10, though?
He's the one.
Oh, yeah.
He's the last. He's the last.
Yeah.
I was like, you just did all your summary, and
I
then
did. But no, you go.
Yeah.
So, I do believe that this, sadly, actually is the best Marvel movie since Endgame, but it's not a high bar. It
No,
really isn't.
it's so low.
I didn't enjoy almost anything else that I've seen since Endgame.
Even No Way Home.
No Way Home feels like more of a Sony movie. Like, I don't even count it because I don't give a fuck about that Spider-Man. I gave a fuck about the other. It actually made me care about Emma Stone's ex-boyfriend.
Andrew Garfield. I wanted to see another Spider-Man from him. Another amazing Spider-Man.
Don't worry, he's gonna be in Kraven the Hunt. No, I don't know if he is. I don't know, but they're still trying to make Kraven happen.
But that one didn't have any weight because Doctor Strange it legit feels like dead weight in that movie, kind of. Where he's like, I'm just here to lecture you. And
Move.
Incompetent.
We're trying to see Wanda.
Yeah.
Wanda's doing exploding. She's blowing things up.
Stuff,
Get out of the way.
But,
Mordo, shut the fuck up. It's just everybody in the way.
Leave.
Right.
But no, I did enjoy that one. But like I said, I just see it because it carries almost all the weight of nostalgia with it. This one, it didn't feel nostalgic just because this feels like a different Hugh Jackman to begin with.
Right.
They do give him his own story arc, his own plot points that make a lot of sense. I do like Deadpool's story. I do think that the humor actually is mostly a miss for me because they overdo it.
Right.
It's like every 5 seconds.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a balancing act with this, and some people are gonna think it's fine. Like their lines are different levels of the degrees of extreme Deadpoolness.
Right.
Some people love the Deadpool stuff, and he's walking that line.
Yeah.
Some people have a limited tolerance for it. I'm closer to that, and I thought it only stumbled a few times, but for you, it stumbled more.
Well, it's just like imagine like the punchline is that your penis is blue, like or beast. Like it was like I'm.
What? Say that
No,
again?
I'm just saying that. Like on its own, it's funny. Like once, right? I think Deadpool is funniest when it's just like home stretch, and it's a throwaway joke, and
Right.
They didn't like pull up a clock, and then. But for most of the other jokes, it does go on.
Oh, he's explaining a lot.
Yeah. Like they do a window gag, and it's funny once. It's like, oh, maybe I'm just like Spock, and then
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it
bro,
just
why?
kept going, man.
I'm like, you're just literally holding the movie back at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But overall, like I said, it did have stakes. It is very fun. I would say that this movie is worth seeing in a theater. Somebody asked that earlier. Should I wait till it gets to streaming? You're gonna miss out on some if you do wait till streaming.
That's the thing. It is like if you want to see it, you have an inkling to see it. I suggest you see it in a
Don't see
theater.
it in 40X though. Not necessary.
No, do not at all.
Not
see it in-
necessary.
Not necessary. In
I
any
will
way.
say there's one part where he throws a sword and catches it that I was like, oh, that's like the best 3D effect I've seen since
in a long time.
Yeah.
Opening
3D's
credits and
good.
Yeah,
3D's
3D,
really
a lot
good.
of 3D stuff was pretty good. Yeah.
But other than that, like, I did like it because it did something different. It is very well contained. But I don't know if this is because there was a good point in the first 20 minutes. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like another Thor Ragnarok. It's just fun trash, but it's one movie. And then I was just kind of like, I don't think I could see this movie 3 or 4 times. Like, I didn't see Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok, we could put on like in the like. That's
it's my birthday.
I fucking love that movie, man. To me, that's like the perfect Marvel movie,
right?
And it's just like that. Yeah, that has so much rewatchability. I don't want to see this again.
Yeah, so I mean, it is just kind of one of those things where I think that Marvel needs to learn from this. I will say, and this is my only controversial take about it, I hated Endgame. I hated Civil War. Because I'm like, they literally like they're in a movie already. And now they're in a movie pulling punches. And so it's like, this movie has no stakes and it's a waste of time. This movie is dumb action figures playing with each other, but it does have stakes. Like, yeah, that guy's never coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, spoiler alert, there was a pun in there. So I'll let you figure it out afterwards. That's our rewatchability for this show.
Yeah.
So I do give it an 8 out of 10 just because I felt like 7.5 is pulling back a little bit. But it also is kind of one of those things where it's an 8 out of 10, but just watch it once, and then you need to give it enough space that you forget about it, kind of.
Wow, you went higher than I did.
Higher than he did.
That's crazy. What 2024 is done? Joe Biden drops out. Former president almost gets shot.
A Marvel movie, ain't?
Kamala Harris talking about coconut trees.
That's wild.
And I give it a 7.5. And you give it an 8. What the fuck world do we live in?
I am tap dancing between 6.5 and 7. I did not like this movie that much.
You know,
Did not like it.
I like the montage. I like bits and pieces of it. I like the montage, and I wanted to desperately like it. It's funny as fuck. I love the montages. I love a little bit of that. I like some of the cameos. But it's, to me, those are just all bits and pieces here, and here. Cohesively, I can't.
It's
fuck
like
with this
Chex
movie
Mix.
that much, man. Yeah,
It is like Chex Mix.
It's like Chex Mix, where it's not blended. It's mixed.
It's mixed.
It's not blended. It's not a smoothie.
It is not.
And so it's like, ooh, I like the Gardetto pieces.
It is trail mix.
Right. It's yeah. It is. It's together. It's in a bag.
It's in a bag.
But the candy's all at the bottom, and the top of it is just is pretzels.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I like pretzels, but okay, enough fucking pretzels.
Yeah,
I want some M&Ms.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
raisins.
exactly what it is.
Right. I get that.
And like, man, I was really I was disappointed in this.
Deadpool and Wolverine, the trail mix of the MCU. It'll get you there. It's hearty. It'll keep you alive.
Yeah, it is. It's a movie.
It's enjoyable for most people, but some people don't fuck
I don't
with
want
it.
my money back.
Right.
It's not anything like that. I didn't get much out of it, and I don't know how many people will. Like, if you want fan service shit, boom, they got it for you. Covered. Humor, gotcha. But as far as just a cohesive narrative, no. That's not really what this is.
I don't think it's going to be divisive. I think that if somebody hates this movie, they're being a weirdo.
I don't hate it.
Right. No, I'm saying if someone's like, "Oh, it's the worst movie ever. It doesn't make any sense." If they're like that, they're being weird and clickbaity. If they really love it, they're 12. So no. But I think they're like, well.
I think goth kids they're not goth kids because they're adults, but I have
Hot Topic kids.
Yeah, like I have friends that really liked like Family Guy and Robot Chicken when I was 12.
Yeah, they
would love this movie, especially like there's a butt joke that I was just kind of like, this isn't for me, and it also went on 2 minutes too long.
Yeah, if you have a famous star tattoo, I made that joke last time. You will like this movie.
Love it.
Your name is Kyle. You will like this movie. If your name is Kyle, you will like this movie.
Your name is Anders. You will like this movie.
Anders, Kyle,
Skylar.
You know what's weird is that I'm just realizing right now, I think Wolverine is funnier than Deadpool in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, because he just says one really mean thing. And then he's quiet, and then Deadpool just keeps going. Yeah, and I remember there was one point where they like just have an insult match, and I'm like, yeah, he won that.
He totally won the insult.
That cut deep.
That cut real deep.
Also, my last complaint, and I just realized what it was as soon as I got here. They do the suit, right? The Wolverine suit. And they do the mask and everything. It's about what it looks like, right? Mm-hmm. But when they tear off the sleeves, they tear off the shoulder pads as well. Mm-hmm. Didn't look right to me.
I didn't like it.
I know. I was wondering, why does this look so good?
Off. Yeah.
No, why does this look so good? And then why does him sleeveless look so wrong? And it's because they rip off the shoulder pads. If they would have kept the shoulder pads and left the arms and everything the same, would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But that was it. But That's our review. We'll get to spoilers.
Well, he didn't give his score.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, 6.5.
Oh,
You went
I
with
thought you said you
6.5.
were in between 6.
Oh, you're right. 6.5.
Well, you were dancing.
I was dancing.
You were dancing between.
6.5, man.
But-
I wish I could give it more, but I just can't.
Well, Tommy's reviews tend to go lower as time goes on, so we'll see if it makes it to.
We will. MCU,
Bad.
specifically MCU movies get lower.
Well, DC has like the decay of like a fucking mineral, like a radioactive thing where it's like it's a 7, it's a 5,
Yeah.
it's a 3. That's why I'm into Batman.
The Batman is still going down.
Yeah, the Batman was at 7. I'm at like 4.
It's at -2.
I was about to say, like, I
It's low.
thought.
Half-Life. That's what I'm talking. You have,
I thought-
you have a Half-Life with DC
I
movies.
do.
I was about to say, like, I thought DC movies were kind of solid in the sense that, like, a 2 stays a 2 forever.
No,
For the most part, yeah, but the Batman really fucked with because, you know.
well, here's the thing.
There's elements I like.
Since we're talking about superheroes, though, I'm going to switch over to me nodding and saying, really? Because the boys over here on this side are going to talk about the boys. That way we can just move on to the spoiler after the boys. The boys review will have mild to severe spoilers. Just give them a heads up.
Yeah.
They watched it. I watched one episode with Simon Pegg in it. That was pretty interesting.
Okay.
I don't know if that was from the new season or not.
Was he in a
watched-
hospital?
I was about to
Yes.
say.
Oh, God, yeah, that's a new season.
There's only 2 episodes with Simon Pegg, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, he watched the father episode without any of the weight to why he met her.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
no,
they
no.
wrote
I was
episodes.
listening to the ones previous, and I was
Yeah.
like, why does this guy matter?
But you have to go to seasons.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
seasons. So that said, the boys. Where do you want to start, Marcos? Or yeah, Marcos, I'll let you take point on this one. I'll bring up the clips.
So the boys is, it's funny because this is the weakest season I thought of
It is.
easily.
Easily. Without a question.
I do think that the first 3 episodes are pretty not great in the way that it was just kind of like last season started perfectly with an exploding penis.
Chivas.
Like it was the perfect like they went big and it was funny. And this episode was like the first 3 episodes were just kind of like we're trying to catch that, but none of
seemed
them worked.
lost in
Yeah,
meandering.
yeah.
It
It
really
was very
did.
lost in meandering, but
Yep.
it's just like the fight scene at the figure skate lame.
Yeah.
The other one was lame, and I was just kind of like this. You can actually pull back. We know it's coming. Like
That's the kicker. I don't know if they know how.
Well, they do know how because the second half of the season is perfectly paced and better.
Yeah, it is a lot
It does
better.
get back on track.
It
But the
does.
first half was like,
It literally is split in halves.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, no, I was all in on like the last few episodes where I'm like, oh, you really rebounded to the point where I didn't even know the last episode was the last episode. I'm like, fuck yeah. Oh, wait, that was the last episode. Because I'm like, you finally found it.
yeah.
And then, oh, it's over. So you're ending when you finally find it. All right.
Now,
Cool.
the one thing I know about this season, and once again, forgive my ignorance, was that this show, and I saw very explicitly while listening to Corday while I was doing work,
Yeah.
he was watching it. A lot of political commentary,
It's satire. It's straight up
satire,
satire, yeah.
a lot of game show, talk show type things that they're featured on. Almost like San Diego Comic Con type reveals of movies and things of that sort.
Yep.
What do they call press conferences? Like Apple events. There you go.
Yeah.
Apple events. That's how I'm
They've
perceiving
been doing
it. Right?
that for a while now. They
Right.
have every season. It was a new Marvel, or in this case, VOT movie comes out.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm just saying, based off of that, I saw how fucking thick they laid it on. And the news story that came out of this season was that right wingers were like, wait, they're making fun of us? And I'm like, wait. They clearly were from the get-go
From the
in this
jump.
in this season of the things I saw. Did they up the ante this season or
No, it's like that all the time.
What
I have
happened?
no idea how people think that shit is like.
Well,
D23? That's perfect. Yeah.
here's something that I learned a long time ago, and it's something that I just have a couple of conservative friends, and it was just kind of one of those things where I don't know what's missing at one point, if they just like see things at surface value. But I've had friends, conservative friends, that think Rage Against the Machine is conservative.
it's wild.
That's so fucking incorrect.
And-
One,
Yeah,
but
very
two.
incorrect.
And then, like, when it comes to things like this, they were before. I don't know how they feel about this season. We've created a lot of distance over the years. But before it used to be like, oh, VOD is an evil corporation. I am a conservative man that believes in helping the working man, so I hate corporations. And of course, they're giving people evil vaccinations and things like that. Like it was kind of like, all right, you're stretching,
right? Yeah, they really are stretching it. Because
they are lathering it on like.
Well, they do.
Well, they were just like, this person had an abortion, and it's like, oh my god, and I'm like, wow, guys, really?
That's kind of the point of it, though. Everything in it is over the top. The violence is over the top. The satire is way over the top to where it is no confusion.
Right.
And I appreciate that about it, to where it's like. That's why it baffles me that conservatives think this is a conservative. Like, no.
Can I give a small criticism on what I saw? And like, because I've had an aversion for The Boys because I thought it was, well, I knew what happened in the first episode, right?
Yeah.
A Train
A-Train
runs through the guy's girlfriend. He joins the fucking anti-Justice League or whatever, the underground, trying to kill the supers or whatever, or do whatever, right? That's my vague understanding of it. Right. I thought it was going to be super edgelord humor, the guy walking in the urethra, the things like that I hear, guy fucking a fish or octopus or whatever. Yeah. These are the things I hear. And then I watch this and I'm like, or hearing it and watching it play out, and I'm just like, and you're going to hate this, if they played it more like Colbert, like the Colbert Report, where it was like he's playing a character, but it's so serious that you kind of blur the line of it being like plausible or not. Mm-hmm. But this one was just so over, like it just went too far over. And it was, it's like too much jelly in a peanut butter sandwich. It's just like, okay, it's nice. I get it why you did it, but it doesn't quite fit.
I want to see what the clip is, because I'm like, if it's the deep is actually,
like
that is who it is. Like
I just meant the overall, because like the deep, I know, I saw some of his clips and how over the top he was. I mean, there was like a lobotomy sex scene, like things like that.
Oh, that had such a great payoff.
They did.
Right. Yeah. Like there's lots of little bits and pieces here that are like, okay, like they're hitting what they're trying to do. But I just felt like it was so over the top, and I'm just wondering, they didn't turn it up? Like, what are people saying that's making this so weak? It's compared to the others.
Well, like we said, like it doesn't seem like they find their footing until.
Would you believe me if I told you like the exploding penis had a reason? Like,
yeah, it's a reason for it.
Like it makes total
everything kind of has a reason for it. It is very disturbing in some instances, very over the top, but it's always a reason for it. They never really do it just to do it.
And this season they did it
just to do
it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like Deadpool. No. But that makes a ton of sense because if everything preceding. If it got to the point that I feared at season 4, there's 3 other seasons where they potentially did it right that maybe I would like or perceive better.
The last season was fucking amazing.
Right.
Because they had a character called Soldier Boy, which you feel him missing in this desperate. They should have kept him. Because he's amazing.
He is amazing. Also, I didn't know until recently, because I read an article and I thought it was going to go one way and then it went another where it was just like, screen... the actor that played him, Jason Ackles, is that who it is? Jason Ackles was
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, he was on screen and they were having trouble filming. That was the headline or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, like, this is gonna be one of those like hit pieces that are like conservative. The millennial children were fucking offended by it, but he was actually off the cuff with his humor so much that they couldn't keep a straight face.
Damn.
When they were laughing, and everything he said apparently was just off the cuff. Like he does not. When they just let him go, they just let him go.
It's like improv.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, they got rid of him.
He's my favorite fucking character, and like he is missed here desperately.
I don't want to spoil anything, but
the
Gone
thing,
Forever or written out?
No.
Okay.
No. Which made me was like, well, fuck, man. Well, yeah, it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But I will say to go back, one of the things that sucks about this season is that they're not, the characters are not actually consistent. I don't know, it was one of the things that made the internet mad, that it was just like, oh, Frenchie's gay or whatever. And he has a gay lover at the beginning of the season. It just sucks because for 3 seasons they've been doing this will they, won't they? Like imagine... like Peter Parker having a will they won't they for 3 movies, and then he just starts dating a dude randomly the 4th movie.
Oh man, not that's bad. The dating dude's bad.
To me that was fine. Like that seemed like.
I just mean it wasn't like coherent after like him and Kamiko have been doing that.
But again, like you said, second half fixes that right up, and it's just like, why the fuck can we have taken that, moved it here, and you giving us some more?
Yeah.
And that could have been your fucking season.
Did it need to be longer or shorter?
No, they need to cut like 3 or 4 episodes take the last few episodes, make those the first episodes, and keep this shit going for about another 4 episodes. That should have been the season. But no, it was lazy. It almost looked like they threw this thing together for the first half. They just didn't have
COVID
the
delays?
story. No, there's no delays. They actually filmed it pretty quickly.
Was that part of it?
Maybe, because like it feels rushed. It really does feel rushed.
I feel like the way Gertz was talking about this show at the end of last season, he was like, they put a ticking time bomb at the end of last episode, and the timer was set to like an hour, but this show started running at 2 hours. And they're like, we got to make up some stuff to fill up.
They had nothing, man. It really
and it's funny because there's a thread that gets thrown away. Actually, it's Espacito again. They introduce him and then remove him again.
I'm sorry.
he just comes out of nowhere.
I'm sorry. I like that you say Giancarlo Esposito's last name like Despacito. Like you've done it twice, and I'm like, I don't think you can help yourself. I think that's how you know how to pronounce it, and I think that's wonderful because you're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's Despacito time, cadence. But yeah, people
it's
in the
funny
chat,
I get that as well. Both
rooting for Frenchie and Kimiko, and not rooting for
Frenchie. Yeah. Frenchie's been by the entire time. So yeah, like that whole part, I was like, yeah,
it didn't bother me if it just was like.
No, I get what you're saying. It's just like, all right, man, if you're gonna do it, just fucking do it already. Because I kind of liked it when they weren't, because they kind of established that, and then they tried to retcon that, and I'm just like, make up your mind with
that.
They
retconned it twice this season.
They retconned it twice.
They were gay or lovers.
They were not. So there was a certain point where people that were talking about the show were like, well, I guess it was just like it was like their brother and sister. Like that, it makes sense that he would still want to get laid. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then the second part is like, nope, they don't like each other like brothers and sisters. They're definitely
some feelings there.
There's feelings there, and I was just kind of like, why would you drag the chain one way and then the other way? And then they completely got rid of the boyfriend. Not in the sense that he died. He just
leaves.
He just leaves.
Fuck yeah! I forgot he was gone. I don't know, man. Like,
is this running into Game of Thrones territory where they're running out of shit to say?
Well, there's one season left, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Do they even have
only one more season? Yeah.
Do they even have enough to say in that season?
Yes.
Yeah. It looks like that's what this was. Like, we don't have enough of this, but we got an ending for you. That's what it seems like. They are setting up for a nice ending, and I think they can stick that landing. Because this, to me, I praise this show so much because I always say it's the most consistent show on TV. And this is probably the first season I can't fully say that. It's not fully inconsistent. Like I said, it picks up, towards the end, but yeah, it drops the ball the first half. It really does. It's the first time it's done it in its entire existence to me. Like, this show's kicked off.
Even Gen V was awesome, but
I love fucking Gen V. Like, if you want to see a good, fourth season,
right.
Like, you kind of have to mix Gen V in with it.
Is there a show where the fourth season's like one of the better ones? I think 4 is where things start slipping.
Is good.
Who?
Game of Thrones season.
No, that's the continuation of the third book. So yeah.
Yeah. It's still material from that.
I was just wondering if like someone caught their footing at season 4 where it's like, oh, it turned the corner. It just seems like it doesn't happen a lot.
No, I mean, this was what I was telling you, and I had a separate conversation with Jordan where I was just kind of like, What We Do in the Shadows is ending next season on season 5. And it's always just like season 4 was just like, yeah,
we want to do other things.
We're a little thin at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's exactly.
But you're the most
look, if you know you're thin,
bastard.
get the fuck out.
Wait, Xena? Wow. Sorry, Serenity. You're pulling out Xena season 4?
It's funny that most of those things are not. I don't know when True Blood hit.
Well, True Blood people like, Buffy people like, but Xena season Xena?
Xena? I don't think anybody took Xena that seriously. Came on Saturday.
No, but people being like, Xena season 4, really, like, oh, I love that plot line. Was that when Gabrielle and them became actually gay, and it wasn't just implied?
So.
I don't know. I know that happened, right? I didn't just dream that.
Does.
Okay. Yeah, they were implied gay for a long time. They're like, let's just kiss, and then they did, and it's like, nice.
Oh, Xena's an icon.
Oh yeah,
I will say
Lucy Lawless.
Oh my
top
God.
top tier name, top tier looker. She's gorgeous.
Top tier woman.
Yeah.
The show, going back to The Boys, I actually do think that yes, it is legitimately a liberal leftist show, but they do poke fun at the left themselves sometimes.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw plenty of that too.
And I do think they do really well. And I also did think that out of all of the ways they could have written, because this character is, I think it's just a white dude in the comics, but
Those comics are terrible.
the comics are fucking garbage.
Yeah.
This is actually one of the first times that it's just like
Oh, by a mile.
by like the
Yeah.
way better than the source material.
way better.
But so when you were like Edge for the sake of Edge, that's the comics.
Right.
Yeah.
The comics
Right.
are trash.
Oh man, like the most trash of trash.
But for this show, for the biggest ally, I guess, to come to the Nemesis's side is a black chick from Detroit. And then for her to just be like, yeah, I understand like the culture that I'm around, but I'm also going to manipulate everyone just because
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
Yeah. Like Sister Sage, she was the MVP for me. Like,
Well, her and A-Train are actually what got me through the first part of the bad part of the season.
Same. If they were not there, I don't know if I could have gotten through those first few episodes. They are the only interesting thing.
Exactly. And then when Sam was talking about like, oh, yeah, I thought it was really gross, or like it was over the top that he kills his girlfriend like that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the full conclusion of his redemption arc,
It's great. I think it's excellent.
And when he talks about like when he has a confrontation with the main character, and it's like, bro, you've been manipulating me from the start. I just made a mistake where I just mistimed my run.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually the real bad guy. I was like, this was way deeper than anything in that fucking comic.
Oh my God, man, yes. It's actual emotion
Right.
in the show. It is that fucking comic is just fucking dark and nihilistic, and it's just terrible, man. It really is some of the worst fucking shit you will ever read.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, and there was one where like the cover. Oh, there it is. Guy just pee in his pants.
Yeah, it's
edgy.
terrible.
Well, they actually turned that character into one of the most interesting
Also, yeah,
characters.
the coolest fucking
Is
character.
that Soldier Boy?
That's Soldier Boy.
Yeah. And the one in the show is not that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on this season, and/or any spoilers you want to just mention, or things that you wanted to get off your chest. Spoiler alerts ahead.
Yes, I do. Man, I don't like this trope. I fucking hate that trope, and you know which one I'm talking about. Oh, I'm dying. I'm not doing well. This person, my dead wife is talking to me, and this mysterious character, an old friend, he's talking to me. She's telling me to do all the right things. This old friend's telling me to do all the wrong things. No one sees me interact with either one of them. And when they do, clearly they have weird looks on their faces. Because guess what? We know she doesn't exist. She's dead. This guy, he ain't real. He's not real.
Is he schizophrenia?
Well, he's dying of brain cancer.
Oh, it's Simon Pegg.
No. It's Carl Urban.
Oh, wait, oh no!
Yeah.
So we said spoilers. No, no! Oh, that's right. He has a little worm in his head.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was like in his eye and shit.
He's
It
all
was
fucked
spooky.
up. He's gonna die. So
no.
it's basically his brain is rotting away.
Ew.
And so yeah, I hate that trope, man. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but it's just like you couldn't have found anything else for him to do. The Tyler Durden, yeah.
The old
Tyler Durden, yeah.
Yeah. Anything, Margot? Final thoughts? Spoilers?
On a spoiler note, because they almost pushed the season finale out to this week because of last weekend.
They had to change the title of the episode.
So what
yeah.
happened there? So I did see this on the news. Spoiler alert for the final thing. Former President Trump almost gets shot or gets glass on him, and this season finale had to do with an assassination attempt.
Yeah,
Yes.
on the president.
On the president. All right.
Yeah.
And I only bring this part up. So as they were setting everything up, I'm going to stay in this thread and then say some other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, for a little bit that week, it was just like, all right, Trump's going to win. Like, there's just
We were all a little nervous.
There's no stopping this train. And that was actually what was more in line that episode than the assassination attempt, because the assassination attempt, not really that interesting. Afterwards, they go into a hidden tunnel and shit like that, and they're in the secret. Like, the assassination attempt is just like to get them into the bottle. The bottle is actually what's important.
Yeah.
Right.
But they lose. Like, all the good guys lose, and then they're like, all right, guys, we're going to swallow our like SIM cards, and we're all going to go different ways, and they all get captured one by one.
Damn.
And it's this hopelessness, sad vibe that I'm like, Well, they're still on the money when they filmed this 6 months ago.
Right.
We can't stop Homelander from taking over. We can't stop Trump from being president. I was just like...
And then Soldier Boy, a.k.a. Kamala Harris, comes back and saves the day.
At the very end.
Oh, does he really?
At the very end.
Oh.
Yeah, Homelander discovers he's still alive because he didn't know he was still alive. It's his dad.
Soldier Boy is his dad?
Soldier Boy is his dad, yeah.
Oh.
That's also not in the comic, but yeah.
No, it's not. But none of them age. But so he thought he was dead. He discovers like, oh, it was a hidden room. He's still down here. So he just has this intense look of hatred on his face when he looks down and sees him like cryogenically frozen. So he will be back.
What about his actual little kid son? That kid was all sad.
Ryan.
He blew up some guy by accident. He's like, I don't want to do this ever again.
Ryan, man.
Ryan is actually probably the closest thing that's an allegory for America, actually.
Oh, they meant Baron Trump. Oh, no.
Well, it's this whole thing where it's
He's
like...
caught in between.
Yeah, you're catching me in between all this other stuff.
Like, I feel a little this way. I feel a little this way. Like,
well, they do actually have a really powerful moment at in the last episode where they talk about how everyone's talking about we got to fight this, we got to fight that. What if instead of acting like a superhero for this, we just act like a fucking human and we try to make an olive branch? And they try to do that.
They do. They really did. They really did. And everyone was on board. Except for one. It only took one. And it's the wrong one. And that scene is fucking amazing, man.
Yeah.
I love
So
that
there is
scene.
some good meat to pick out of this season.
Oh, yeah, no. The second half is great.
Absolutely is. Yeah.
What's the numerical, Marcos? For the season?
I will say just real quick before I give a score that this does something that I wish everything did. It's something that the MCU can't do because they have 50 million properties, but it's just like, we created the spin-off show. And even the cartoon. And both those things are folded into this storyline.
Yes. Like, prominently folded in, as well it should be. Like, it fits perfectly. And I'm just like, great. Again, setting themselves up for what should be a very good season 5. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, you couldn't have done that a little, like, what were your writers here, man? Like, what?
Yeah.
You didn't have anything else, huh?
Right.
And, yeah.
But even My Hero Academia, which is an anime, is just like, we introduced these really badass guys that they're going to fight once. They're friends now, but they don't come back again. And MCU is also really bad about there's been a fucking skull sticking out of Earth, and
They gotta explain that in the new Captain America.
Right.
Finally.
Which I'll go into spoilers in a moment about some things I know or heard about that and the movie here.
Yeah.
Well, no, just one thing in particular. But anyway, numbers.
To go back to the score, this is it's a slog to get through, but there is really good meat, especially because you finally get a payoff to A.A. Train's redemption arc. Sister Sage is fucking amazing.
Awesome.
I actually think that Urban is actually probably the worst part of the season.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
Huey's storyline,
much for him to do.
Yeah, Huey's storyline is all right, but I actually...
They cut a lot back with him.
Yeah, for everyone being all about oh man, it's really sad. I was like, dude, I thought Simon Pegg died a season ago.
No, I was like, he needs to go. It was sad the way he goes, but it's just like, he needs to go.
I think actually that one probably affected me negatively just because I have a fear of Alzheimer's, and that's
as a person whose dad suffered from something similar and died, that one got me a little bit. So that one definitely tugged on my heartstrings a lot. But every season has gotten. What'd you give it?
I feel bad, but I think it's going to be an 8.5, an 8.
So I've given everyone either a 10 or a 9. Mm-hmm. This is an 8. So just an 8. And hopefully they don't go any lower than
this
that.
one actually does suffer from my expected greatness. And
Yeah, I agree, because I was really hyped for this. And it just, it gets you to those last episodes, and those last episodes are fucking amazing. So,
all right. Well, do you guys need a break, or do you guys want to get into spoilers?
Let's get it through.
All right, everybody. Hi. It's Manscaped, Dad. Yeah, we're doing it right now. Did you know that over 5 million people trust the fine folks at Manscaped? And here's the thing, folks. I'm not breaking the fourth wall because I am not a titular superhero character who wears red and has katanas. But also, I'm just realizing some things about that. But here's the thing, folks. He has the katanas, but you know what he doesn't have? the close shave that Manscaped.com provides. Because you know what? You don't need adamantium to get the close shave. You just need Manscaped.com. And if you get the Platinum Package 5.0, you can have all the things you need to have a nice, clean shave. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Groin and Body Hair Trimmer, Weed Whacker 2.0 Ear and Nose Hair Trimmer, Crop Soother Ball Aftershave Lotion, Prop Preserver, Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, Magic Mat Disposable Shaving Mask, 2-in-1 Shampoo, Conditioner, Refined Scent, Body Wash, Besides Scent, Body Buffer, Silicone, Body Scrubber, Deodorant, Refined Scent, and the free gifts, the Boxers 2.0 Midnight Bravo, and the Shed 2.0 Toiletry Bag, up to 3XL on the underwear. Do you want to have a close shave? Do you want to snicked everything on your body? I didn't say nick, because, when I've done it, I've never had any nicks on my body, but I meant snicked, which apparently I was saying wrong for many, many years. But you could have all of this for 20% off and free shipping using coupon code MEX20. That's right. You can use coupon code MEX20 to get 20% off and free shipping on everything at manscaped.com, including this. Or, man, Sam, that's so many items. I just want to get started. Well, here's the thing. Here's the best way to get started then. You can get the Triple B Beard and Balls Bundle. I'm sorry, it's the Quadruple B. Beard and Balls Bundle, baby. That's right. Beard and Balls Bundle. Get it right. Get it tight at manscaped.com using coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped. Your balls will thank you. Sex. We have it. You have it. But sometimes you want better sex. You want sex that is the ultimate. Well, here's the thing, folks. I have a thing for you. That's right. I have a thing for you. It's tryjoymode.com. That's right. Tryjoymode.com. Ignore the line right there. That hasn't been updated. But if you go to tryjoymode.com / something, just go to usejoymode.com and then you'll get there. But you can get the Sexual Performance Booster, 200 reviews, 5-star rating to get yourself going in bed. Now, here's the thing, folks. If you're a fan of the Excellence, you're probably having real good sex. You're top tier. But what if you go beyond top tier? That's right. You get the Sexual Performance Booster from Joy Mode, and you can get an increased blood flow, erection quality that is it's for sexual wellness and heart health, and you can get it for 20% off using MEX20. That's right. Use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping at tryjoymode.com. Also, you may be like, well, Sam, science-backed ingredients? What science-backed ingredients? Oh, I'm talking about vitamin C, arginine nitrate, L-citrulline, and Panax ginseng. You see it right there. I've told you before. These are all natural ingredients. These aren't like those weird boner pills you get at the gas station. Those are skeezy and weird. This is the natural stuff. So if you want that good heart pump and flow, that blood flow all over your body in a way that is all natural, try joymode.com and use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. Try joymode.com. Try it. It's pretty cool. I've used it, and I had that ooh. You know it. I know it. Joy Mode. Use it, try it, do it. Love it. Bye. Spoiler time. I didn't have a graphic. So
it's a ton of them right there.
Yeah, exactly. So we're at spoiler territory now for Deadpool and Wolverine. If you don't like spoilers, get the hell out of here. Thank you for watching. This has been The Mexcellence. I'm Sammy. There's Marcos. There's Tommy McGrew, the titular McGrew. Join us again once you've seen the movie. Come back to this time spot. I don't know what it is because we cut out ads and whatnot. And join us for the spoilers because there's spoilers afoot. Heavy, super duper spoilers. I'm giving you time to leave. I'm not saying anything important. Just leave. All right? Is everybody gone? You have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, we got cameos.
And go.
I mean, cameos. More and more cameos.
Jennifer Garner. That's real. She shows up. Elektra shows up.
That was the one that you were like, she can't show up.
That's the one I thought. I was like, there's no way she's going to show up.
Right.
And someone, was that you that was like, I think Elektra might show up. Someone said Elektra was going to show up.
I was just,
good call.
I was just throwing darts on there.
You really weren't just throwing darts, yeah.
I'm really surprised Nicolas Cage didn't show up.
I am super surprised he didn't show up.
What is he?
Ghost Rider.
It's Sony.
Is that one?
How was he in Different one. Fuck, it's a different Ghost
one.
Rider. It's
Yeah.
Robbie Reyes. That's how he...
No, man. This was for 20th Century Fox and Blade. That's it. That's
I was about to say
strictly-
Elektra's in it, so it's
That's
not,
20th Century Fox.
oh, I didn't know.
That Channing Tatum Gambit, because he's in this too, decked out in his Gambit gear, which it was kind of. It was he looked cool. He didn't sound
so
cool.
so that thing looked like shit, but it was really cool to see.
It was cool. It was cool in action, right?
yeah.
Comic
it worked in
accurate.
action so much.
He was
yeah.
too huge.
He was way too big.
Like
to be
just
Remy
big
LeBeau,
dude.
yeah.
But man, so Beast is my favorite X-Men. Gambit for a while there was there until I learned more about Beast.
Yeah.
Because he's Cajun, he's got cards, he's got a stick, he's got a trench coat. When you're 4 years old, that's cool as shit.
Connecticut. Yeah, he's just twirling cards around and slicing through people.
Right.
Yeah.
And so seeing him and in action fighting, I couldn't keep my eye off him. X-23's there as an adult, sure.
She's awesome. Well, I always
She's
love X-23.
cool.
So that was one of the things that it was just kind of like, this movie is too long, and I kind of hate it at times. So it fell to 6.5, but then I got to see Gambit blow someone up,
That was cool.
and I'm like,
Yeah,
that kind of
cool. Yeah.
does something for me.
And trending, Chris Evans is trending.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. A lot of people going home and being like, Human Torch! Human
was-
Torch! And
yeah,
okay,
no, it
did you
got
see
me.
it coming?
What?
The Human Torch?
Yeah, I didn't think it didn't look like any of the Captain America.
Right. Okay, I saw it too.
I mean, he didn't look right, and I'm like, is that cat supposed to be Captain
I will
America?
say on a different side note, it was
I
weird.
completely forgot about the Human Torch. That's why.
Well, I
I hate those Fantastic Four.
I heard about it's a really really old meme, but it was Michael B. Jordan calling up Chris Evans, and it's like, oh man, my Fantastic Four movie didn't work. What should I do? And it's like, put on like the American flag and go fight someone.
Twitter said this is how all the cameos felt like in Captain America or in Deadpool. Every cameo in Deadpool had the same
Kinda,
energy.
yeah.
I mean, that's
I
the
love
thing.
how you tied it back to the.
Well, I just saw no. I just look at so. There's been 8 MCU movies where they haven't mentioned this fucking
Nobody
thing.
mentions a big ass.
So here's the thing. When he said, "Ooh, I got these new adamantium blades," I'm like, "You haven't introduced adamantium, which I believe is where they're introducing there.
that's
Is
what
that
they
that's
said. That's what
adamantium?"
it's gonna
Okay. Let's before we get more into the cameos and whatnot. The movie opens with him interviewing in Earth 616, the MCU, with Happy Hogan.
Isn't 616 Earth?
Is us Earth? It's MCU.
Yeah. It's the MCU.
Yeah, it's MCU. Iron Man's dead.
MCU or real Earth? What is
No,
real
no,
Earth?
it's MCU. I don't have.
So in comics it's Real Earth.
Yeah.
And in MCU it's
the
MCU.
MCU. So it is that's the mainstay.
Now was it Earth 1999 is
Ultimates.
No, but that's MCU.
Yeah.
Or that's Marvel Universe. That is shit. Who's in that one? Because Kamala Khan and Feige were talking about on Earth 99.
Yeah, I remember she had an
99.
argument about it.
She had an argument about it.
Yeah.
1999 is let's see here. Shit, where is it? What? Oh, 20th Century Fox
Yeah.
was tumultuous early period. Some 21st century. I don't. Man, it's hard to fucking get all
It's a
these in
lot of
line.
universes,
So then
yeah.
there's the Deadpool one, which is different than that.
Yes, his like 101, 19. So it's I have no idea.
Right. Wait, why is the MCU
Didn't they say Deadpool's universe was 1606?
Yeah, it's like
1606.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I only say that because it was written on.
Yeah.
Why is okay? It was first established as 1999 is the MCU, but then he changed it to 616, so that's why she was arguing. So 616 is MCU, 1999 is Alman Lani's headcanon.
Yeah.
She might be right. But then Earth 1019 whatever is that.
Deadpool, yeah.
So he goes to 616. Does he go to 616 or does he
At the
exist?
end of Deadpool 2, he has a little
Time-
cables time thing, so he just jumps, which actually jumps universes somehow.
Universes and timelines.
Yeah, and
but
so
no,
that's
so
how
he's
he
interviewing
finds
Happy
himself.
Hogan as the Fox Deadpool.
Yeah.
I thought it was a regular Deadpool elsewhere
No. Same Deadpool.
because but he didn't have the hair stapled on his head.
Well, that was a past. That was a flashback, and we had to flash forward.
So
That was back in
that was-
2018. Remember,
That was
he had it
before
on
he was
his-
selling
yeah.
cars.
Yes. So Tony Stark is still alive.
Oh,
when he's having this interview.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, so
It's March of 2018.
So this was the end of Deadpool 2. He went to that universe to ask to be that. Didn't work out.
Yeah. Went
And
back to his
then
own.
he went back to his own to
And started selling
staple us.
cars.
Oh, okay. I was fucking lost.
I know, but no, here's where my lostness came from. In his universe, people know who Deadpool is and that he's a hero.
That's because the Deadpool 1 and 2.
But yeah, no, because the kids, they're like, hey, Deadpool, oh, Wolverine, but that's Deadpool's world. So his whole thing was like, I need to show my girl that I'm a hero. If fucking kids are like, oh, hey, Deadpool.
But he wanted to be an Avenger, like not a mercenary. I think that's like the small delineation.
Just don't be a mercenary.
And then Logan.
I actually kind of forgot how they break up in the second.
I completely
Right.
forgot.
And then Logan died in Deadpool's universe.
I think
Because his world, his world was going to decay. Because
There's no
Logan
way
died and
that's
he's
the
losing
same.
everybody.
Well, so here's
In my world, you were a
so
hero. He was
So here-
Logan.
I was about to
But
say
it's a lot of 'em.
Here's the issue, like because it's wall breaking. There is the actual mathematical universe of what is going on, and then there's just the fact that they're just trying to reference that Fox used to own this. That's really all it is.
Yeah,
Right, but
all
you-
of a sudden,
but you
the whole
gotta-
thing is, yeah,
You
They're
got to
not
do
gonna-
it clean.
They're not gonna.
it
do
ain't clean. Yeah, it's definitely not clean.
There's 1,000 articles about shit that Marvel's dropped that they were like, "Yep, no one gave a fuck about that."
A bunch of them.
Yeah,
You don't get it, you know.
just to start
They're
off with
real-
the Hulk for one.
Thinking
Like,
Ang Lee, I really wanted Ang Lee's Hulk.
Oh, yeah. Eggley's
would've
Hulk would have
been
been fucking
amazing.
funny.
God damn, you could have brought Eric Banner back. He ain't doing shit.
Oh, man. Marvel Studios just teased Galactus and the Fantastic Four in a drone show above San Diego Comic-Con. Whoa, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking
Oh,
cool.
it's Comic-Con time.
Yeah, it's Comic-Con time.
they
So, yeah, there's all
going
sorts of
out.
things. So, people are coming out. Deadpool, Wolverine. I'm just looking at the spoilers here of people, like, first reactions and stuff. And people are looking to enjoy
they were
it.
saying our Discord was giving it mostly 9s, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that is way too high.
Right, that is way too high.
For me,
A
that's
lot of Kyle's in our
way too high.
Discord.
Yeah.
But like, so okay, so that time we got to figure out the timelines.
No, we don't.
No, we're not.
I'm not gonna figure that out. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even think they know. They just did some shit.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I know.
wait. I wait for the video essay that
I'm about to
explains
say
it.
we're not smart enough for this.
Right.
It is dudes in their basement right now breaking this shit.
Eric
down.
Voss has already been working on it. That
yeah.
guy from New Rock Stars. Hi, welcome back to New Rock Stars. I'm Eric Voss.
He's got the Pepe Sylvia thing.
Yeah. Okay. I wish Colossus had some fun in here, but he was just a
He's just
background
there.
character.
He has like one line.
you were kind of right that if you can CGI them, they were there for a little bit.
It's so many that you probably missed that were just there in the background.
And so then you go, okay, so then like timey-wimey, he uses the corpse of Wolverine to beat the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by you get one, which is do something silly and then do the choreography to bye, bye, bye. Hilarious, funny stuff. Okay.
Right. Good
I
stuff.
found that funny.
It's an opening.
It's an opening.
Yeah.
The 3D was great.
Yeah, that had already lost me. And
Right.
then
You're like, how long is this song?
It did go the whole length of the song. But like I said,
same with Like a Prayer.
that was the give me like a prayer. I gulped over my head.
Okay.
Like,
See,
I
Like
didn't
a
care.
Prayer was okay because it was just him reaching from one end to the other.
I love that. I love those shots.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Like, give
That
me
was
alleyway.
That was
Yeah.
okay, but like the Deadpool army, well, like as soon as Nice Pool said there's a Deadpool army, I'm like, fucking.
Oh, you knew it was coming.
And
Right.
then for a little bit when the tunnel opens, I was like, no, and then they just kept coming. I was like,
And then
No,
they-
the same way I was like, all right, so we got to do this now.
right. And not only do we got to do this, we got to make it menacing to where they're all regenerative. After we establish that
Yeah, only
handsome
one
pool
is it.
is it.
I felt so bad for him.
I didn't. I was glad
It was
he was
funny
there
as
to be a
fuck,
dipshit.
yeah.
But then they're like, oh, he can heal everybody. All right, time for round 2 or whatever, because they just had gratuitous blood. Was it Old Boy Hammer scene?
It was.
Yeah,
It was
Old Boy Hammer scene in a van, and then they're like, oh, Peter's here! Yay! The guy from the second movie that was a one-off bit.
Well, no, Peter's a thing. Like, Peter is a thing.
I thought he was Bob.
He's supposed to be Bob.
Oh, he's supposed to be Bob.
He's a replacement for Bob.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Bob is important in Deadpool's world. So every Deadpool loves.
T.J. Miller watching this movie somewhere, like, fuck.
Oh, dude, T.J. Miller's a dipshit.
he sucks.
Because obviously he's a creepy guy, I think,
Yeah.
is that his thing?
Ryan Reynolds can't stand.
No, but the idea was that he was like, yeah, they're doing this other one. They didn't call me, but like, I didn't want to because their jokes weren't as good. I'm like, just shut the fuck up.
You ain't
would
doing
be in this
shit.
in a heartbeat, you dumb
Your broke
idiot.
ass, yeah.
Right.
He was in Transformers. I don't think his.
He got exploded because fucking Michael Bay hated
got
his
it.
ass. ass.
Yeah, everyone hates him.
Yeah, so fuck you, guy. Anyway.
And you know you haven't seen him since.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought that whole Deadpool army thing. I was like,
I was
I didn't need
exhausted
that.
by the time.
I didn't need that.
No, they could have completely cut that out.
Right.
It served no fucking
And they didn't even,
purpose.
like,
And they made a big thing about Lady Deadpool.
No.
And it's like, you don't even see her.
You hear her voice, and I don't know if they credited her.
Who was it?
I don't know. I didn't see.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm going to
It
try to look
sounded
it up.
familiar, but
I was like, is it Taylor Swift? Is it Blake Lively?
It sounded kind of like Taylor Swift. I don't know.
Someone goes, I know Anya Taylor-Joy when I see her. And you don't see her. you don't even
see her.
know.
I was hoping the mask would come off and you could see her, but no.
Right. Don't put that in the trailer. Don't be teasing
Matter of fact,
me.
she dies very quickly.
Oh, she comes up, but she does get one shot.
Wolverine takes out very quickly.
Yeah, hold on.
The question is if
Spoilers.
she gets back up, but yeah.
It was Lively. Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, okay.
So it wasn't until Deadpool credits
Blake
they identified
Lively.
the actress was
Okay.
Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife. Lively took to Instagram with a tribute to her. Okay, so
All
yeah,
right.
that makes sense.
That does make
not a
perfect
big, but she didn't even get to do anything fun. She
She didn't. She was just kind of there.
kind of said a couple voiceover lines, and they put
Technically,
them.
Nice Pool does more, and even that
Deadpool
bit,
does do more.
And that was just what was the movie that TJ hates? The video game one.
Free Guy.
This is Free Guy.
It
He
is
looked like a Free Guy
totally
type of thing, where it's
Free
like,
Guy.
oh, it's Deadpool talking, or it's Ryan Reynolds talking to
You
Ryan
know what?
Reynolds.
This is the same director as Free Guy, isn't it?
Levy?
Yep.
Oh,
It shows if he is.
right.
I have to find that
there
out.
were-
'Cause
there
if
were-
that's the case, that makes
There were
total
certain
sense.
moments where I was just kind of like, this
Total
is-
Free Guy moment.
This is Free Guy humor.
Like
and I'm
a
like, please
motherfucker.
fucking stop.
Right. And yeah, and so you have the Deadpools, you have Baby Pool, which I was like, are they gonna shoot the baby? I had that thought, but they didn't do
Baby
it.
Pool doesn't even do shit.
Baby Pool just laughed. But no, but I was like,
Baby into nothing.
they made him a popcorn bucket. Fuck that.
I wanted them to shoot the baby.
I thought they were gonna do it. I thought they were either off camera or not. I thought they were gonna do it, but
Yep.
it was
Yes,
Dan
it
Levy.
was. Yeah. That's his buddy.
TJ's gonna love this movie.
Oh.
And by love this
Oh,
movie.
it's got big Free Guy vibes.
I was
Oh,
about to
yeah.
say, like, I
Big
can't
time.
gauge TJ's level on anything.
I can't either.
yeah.
I bet if you didn't tell him, he wouldn't
Yeah.
do it. If you do tell him, he will not.
Blade came back.
That was my favorite one.
They did say, motherfuckers, I was trying to ice skate uphill. They had to shoehorn that in.
They had to. It's his thing.
Had to. And then there's
People
only
loved it.
no.
that
but
was the one cameo where people were actually like, "Oh,
yeah. No, but then people were like, and then he goes, I'm the only Blade I'm the only one that's ever gonna be. I was like, everyone's just like, oh my god.
Oh.
That was pretty great.
That
was pretty great.
Marvel makes fun of itself
See-
so much in this movie.
Right.
See, that part, I didn't think it was as cool as the audience did, but I did get a lot out of the Ryan Reynolds, Wesley Snipes.
I did.
Oh, were you just like,
It's like, I don't like you. You never did.
so the fact that they were able to just be like, hey, we're gonna give you a hero's ending, be in it for me, just put up with me
Yeah.
for like 2 days of shooting. I'll do it.
You get paid.
Right.
There
And
you go.
yeah, and then what was Jennifer Garner doing?
Now I got
looks-
Capital One commercial. She looked amazing.
She looks fantastic.
Fucking
not that that's a
amazing.
fucking matters or anything like that.
No,
that's not important to like the character, but it was still
looks
like jaw dropping how
Damn
beautiful
good.
she
yeah,
was.
it was just like, good God, Jennifer Garner. I didn't know you were still like this. But like, no, and the thing is,
she's 52 years old.
she doesn't look 50.
She looks 35, dude.
totally does.
It's
That
like
woman
what
is
the
living her life
fuck, dude.
Because she looks fucking amazing.
Was she the mom in that the project, Victor Project, Adam Project?
Yeah.
She looked gorgeous
Probably
in
had to
that.
get her for Yeah, she looked great.
She looked fucking-
That's the one Sean Levy movie I actually like.
Jennifer Garner, golly,
She just seems like a pleasant lady. man.
Lucy Lawless and Jennifer Garner.
Whatever they're
baby.
doing, is working. But no, it was cool as fuck to see her as a cool version of Elektra.
Right.
You
No,
know?
nobody watched that movie. Nobody
fucking
remember.
terrible.
Right.
Daredevil was
Well,
terrible. They even had a Daredevil joke.
Oh, fuck, I just realized that was a Ben Affleck,
was a Ben Affleck
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, we lost Daredevil. That's fine.
I'm sorry. No, don't be.
They wrote off Punisher and
All
the
these,
Ghost
like,
Rider.
which one? It was 5.
They had the guy with the red striped shirt, though.
The Russian, yeah.
The Russian. I think I want to say it was the same guy.
No, I
No.
think that was a
It was
different
Kevin
guy.
Nash.
Was Kevin Nash
was the
dead?
Original.
No,
Right.
Kevin Nash is alive, but I mean, he
He was that character. They replaced him.
Yeah.
They did. Okay, that was one of the ones they were talking about. Okay, I was like,
They
it doesn't
replaced
look like
Juggernaut,
Kevin Nash.
'cause that's supposed to be Vinnie Jones. They replaced him.
Who?
The British actor from like all the Guy Ritchie movies.
do
back
what?
then. He was
Juggernaut.
Oh, that was a different guy.
Yeah,
Last Stand.
that's why they
Yeah.
joked about, we need a new Juggernaut every time.
Oh, gotcha. He looked a lot like him.
He looks a little similar, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell the difference.
Well,
I mean,
the other actor's so much older. This one was
right.
younger.
He was
yeah.
like a bodysuit. But no, but he looked great.
Yeah.
The Juggernaut.
Yeah, his didn't look like a bodysuit. His looked like more natural.
looked yoked, yeah.
So yeah, no, that was a fun one.
Pyro had a lot more to do.
Pyro had a lot more to do than we thought he would.
Toad did a cool thing.
What?
he
Turn
died.
on the
Turn on the magnet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Let's see who else. They had like Lady Deathstrike,
Azazel
Marrow,
was different.
the Bones, the Shins lady.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
she
yeah.
was there.
Azazel was there, but different
Azazel-
actor. Yeah.
Different actor, same makeup.
Actor. Yeah.
It's
Same
fine.
makeup. Yeah. No different.
Kevin Bacon wasn't there.
No Kevin Bacon.
Magneto died. Fuck!
He's like,
I was like
"God
every time
damn
he was
it."
like with the helmet, right? He melted it as soon as he
melted
killed
it.
him. Fuck! Just some of his reactions was pretty fucking great.
It was funny, man. Like to me, if you just want to look at this as a comedy,
I was
it's
about to say,
funny.
like, it's better when he just does one joke and they
moves on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know what the deal was with just the driving jokes into the ground, man.
Yeah.
Like
you can't
was
help
really a
you
turnoff.
can't give him the keys and not expect him to drive it into the ground.
yeah, it's true.
That's the thing.
what he does.
The MCU with Deadpool. I'm not done yet. No, I'm just everybody is excited. They're happy that Deadpool's happening. There's also like porn bots posting as well, so I got to be careful.
But yes, no, that montage before we get out of here, that montage is excellent.
Oh, the X was the
All the
Wolverine
different
one.
Wolverines
So
that
okay,
you see.
so it was.
Comic accurate.
So there was
Wolverine.
comic accurate height Wolverine, who they made like a little baby.
Yeah, I mean that's comic accurate height.
That was it. Because he's like 4'3",
really
right?
short.
4'2".
Like 4'2". Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it was 4. I
It's
think
not 4. It's 5.
5'2".
Like
I'm sorry, 5'2".
He's
Yeah,
5'2". Yeah.
But they made him like small.
Really small.
Okay, Patch, cool.
Yeah, the suit and patch.
Suit and Patch. They had Age of Apocalypse with the cut off hand.
Yep.
With the big ass hair.
All the hair. Yep.
Okay. They had Old Man Logan with the
I
brim
love
hat.
Old Man
Oh,
Logan.
okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the skulls were?
Oh, that was like old X-Men cover. Like when he was on the cross.
Yeah.
It's one of the most famous old X-Men covers, and it. I'm so surprised they even did that one.
Right. I didn't
But it's
even. Yeah, I didn't
it's
even know
of
what that
the
one
most famous
was.
Covers for X-Men.
Yeah.
And, yeah. He's like, nah, I'm good here.
That one right there.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
So that was just the cover. I didn't even seen that cover really.
Yeah.
So and then they had. I'm not doing the last. We'll wait till the last one.
Yeah.
That was it though. I think of all the.
Oh, brown suit.
Brown suit fighting Hulk.
Dope. Yeah, fighting Hulk. Yeah, Hulk pop.
It just
pops up in a blade
in a reflection.
Yeah.
And then you had Henry Cavill.
Who is credited as Calverine.
Cavalrine.
Yeah.
That was. He looked good. He's way too fucking big, but he looked good.
So my fear, I hated that they did that shit because if they ain't gonna commit to that, it's gonna be fucking John Krasinski all over again.
Oh, where people want that as opposed
There's a lot of
to.
people that want him to be Reed Richards.
Well, here-
And there's a lot of people that want Henry Cavill to replace Hugh Jackman, and it's like, oh, well, we give it to you here, but you're not actually gonna get that. He looked goddamn good.
Well,
in
here was the
Wolverine.
thing. I thought they were
that
gonna make
fit perfectly.
Well, here's how fucking huge he looked. I thought it was
He
gonna
was scary.
I thought it was gonna be a Liefeld joke. I thought it was gonna be disproportionate.
Yeah.
Wolverine, where his chest was all huge and his legs were all tiny and he
Yeah.
had no feet.
That would've been
I thought that was the joke, and then he turns around and he's just fucking yoked, and I'm like, holy shit,
He got the
dude!
cigar and the hair,
Right.
and the whole nine, and it
I
just
was like, what the
punches the
fuck?
shit out of Deadpool. He just flies.
He just fucking goes, dude.
Like, no, I don't want that one. That one's a little much.
Right. So, was
He
there
does
any?
the bub. He has lines.
Oh yeah. Is there any
See what
other?
he
Was there
sounds
any other
like?
Wolverine in that?
What?
so.
No,
In that
montage? I think
yeah.
that was it.
I think that was it. Yeah. Because they cut back and forth, and
They
he's
did.
just getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
I like, you know what? It sounds silly, but Eliath was fucking cool. Scary ass ghost baby.
Yeah.
He's just a monster.
monster.
But from Loki
I
season
do
2,
love the shot.
season 1, episode 4.
I did like that.
Fucking
I love
stupid.
some of the shots where they show like the scale of
Yeah.
like a life is this huge, the little portal's this huge, a little giant man
Yeah.
who's dead as fuck is this huge.
Right.
Like, I like that.
Well, that's all the CG play box that they had. Because,
If you're gonna do CG, do it that way.
right.
You know.
Human Torch getting fucking skinned alive.
Jesus,
That was fucking
that was insanity.
crazy. But it makes you go like, oh shit, Cassandra Nova don't fuck around.
No, like she throws her power around and we're like, how the fuck are you gonna beat this?
Oh,
shit,
and the
man?
fingers in the fucking head. That was
Fingers in the
weird.
fingers in people's. No, when she drug old boy.
Oh, with his face. Yeah.
yeah, I was just like, oh my god.
Jesus. Oh man. I like.
like
We're
villains
just
who
listing
it's
everything.
like
It's like,
that.
oh, it's so cool. It's so
So
cool.
like she isn't phased by anything. She's like, you can't do anything to me. It shows that you really can't do anything to her.
Right.
You have to talk to this bitch. Like
Right,
it's
right,
the
right,
only
right.
way you're gonna actually get anything done.
And then
Sorry,
mustache
it was-
twirler
it was-
McGee. Go ahead.
No, not that guy. Fuck that guy.
That guy.
I did think it was hilarious because they give her the Juggernaut helmet, which I
Yeah.
guess is made out of the same
the
thing
same
as.
material.
Yeah, no. So essentially, Juggernaut helmet lore was that he was immune to it, but it wasn't Magneto's until the X-Men movies. So both of them take it. So they stole that
that
power
same-
from that
yeah.
because Juggernaut is Charles's half brother.
Yeah.
Half brother. So he just like I want
that to keep him out of his
I
head.
want him out of my head, and so yeah. So
And then Magneto takes
that was
it,
the more lore accurate one of all things.
That's pretty much when I go.
I just thought it was a hilarious standoff. Like, oh, yeah, I want to teleport you. It's like, well, I can't teleport you while I'm wearing this helmet. Okay, well, you need to promise not to kill us. Well, no, the minute you say...
I'm ripping you apart. The minute you take this... Why are you like this? I really don't know myself. I thought that was great.
Just like the opposite of a Mexican standoff. It's like,
I did think it was funny because, I mean, one of the things I'm running into where people are rating it lower than me, it's like, oh, I hated a generic do-nothing villain. And
I thought she was a good villain, man.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely did.
well, she
ain't great, but she's better than a lot of villains we see.
just ultimate refuse. Like, just you're so garbage, I'm just going to put you away because we don't know what to do with you. Kind of like what they did with Loki.
Yeah.
But then the question is, when did they do it?
What do you mean?
When did they put Cassandra
Her
Nova?
there.
Yeah, because Loki was running around. She would have absorbed Loki, yeah.
Oh, she would have loved to.
Unless Loki's are a dime a dozen.
Well, they were.
So she might not even bothered.
You had it was a fuck ton of Lokis there.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, they already established it's a tons of Lokis.
Yeah, so she was like, I haven't found a
She probably
Wolverine.
didn't give a fuck about a Loki. Loki has his own corner of the void.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, also the Void was very
Void
pretty.
is huge, yeah.
Well, the Void was like, oh, now this is just the Redwoods in California.
Yeah, now we're in the
I was
woods.
like, oh, now we're in a city.
Yeah,
No, we're in the city, but.
They never are in the city. But, like, the void's you do get to explore the void more if
Right.
you like. But
And that Honda Civic joke or whatever,
The Honda
Odyssey,
yeah.
that must be like a Ryan Reynolds thing where he's like, I don't like that car or whatever.
he clearly does.
I just like, oh, I'm sorry, the cord was too thick or too dense or whatever. He tried to escape. I thought he was gonna chop off.
See, that
Pretty
was a
Cool's
good
head.
one-line joke. And then it's not... Doesn't talk about corn for 3 minutes
Yeah.
afterwards. Like,
Right.
that is the best example.
It was.
Like, on the note of the car... I thought that was hilarious when he's fighting fucking
Wolverine,
and it's just like, I take it back, the Honda Odyssey fucks.
Yeah.
No, they beat the shit out of each other in that car.
They beat the shit out of each other throughout this movie.
Right.
Like, if that's what you want to see, you see it a few times.
Right, just like, I'm gonna fight you now. It's
No, he
like,
got so deep, he shut Deadpool up. And all Deadpool could say is, I'm going to fight you now.
he's like, yeah, you're gonna fucking punch him in the face. But that's like two bros going at it. Like
It is.
They're just like, man, I gotta fight this shit out. Fuck you, dude. You
It was
piece
a
of
similar
shit.
thing with him and Cable. But I like this one a little bit.
Oh yeah, well, just
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman is just so much better.
I like Josh Brolin too. But
Josh
yeah,
Brolin, no, but just
Not
of
for that, yeah.
You're right, straight man.
Yeah.
Because they made Josh Brolin grimdark. Like
He did.
just too serious. Just
Yeah,
too
his was so over the top serious. It made him kind of funny because he was so
right.
serious. Yeah,
and
and Wolverine's just Wolverine, doesn't give a fuck.
right, and
So,
he was
yeah.
also impotent Wolverine, where he was like the worst one.
He was.
'Cause he was a drunk.
which is a real Wolverine. Like
Yeah.
that one comes from a comic book where that exact thing happens.
Oh really?
Yes.
Shit.
That's what I loved about it. I was like, no, I love that Wolverine because that Wolverine's fucked up.
Yeah,
Like
just-
everybody's dead and it's because of him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, Tommy, I got one more thing just for you, real quick.
What you got?
Hold on.
Can't save the world. You can't even save a relationship with a
Goddamn
goddamn
stripper. That's what did it.
Oh, I knew that they
That's
were going
the
to
quote
say
that
that.
did it,
I knew
yeah.
that he was going to say it when he was like, "Oh yeah, she was a dancer."
Yeah.
When he said that. Hold on, let me find it real quick. I just want to show you that it's not even anything that. Shit! Come on, show me. Hold on. No video game. Sorry, I'm showing you a new figure.
Loki versus
There you go,
Nova.
Tommy. That was
Oh, no, I
released.
saw that today.
You saw this today?
I saw that and I saw the Kang with a different variant head.
And he also has the chair.
And the chair,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, sorry. No, they're
I'm
the
getting that
two-pack Sentinels.
'Cause I was
They
wondering,
may
like, is
come
it
out
a
tomorrow.
two-pack?
I don't
What?
know. They may come out tomorrow. I'm getting two at least.
God damn.
Wait, it was in two-pack. It's a two-pack, so I'm going to get
Two-pack,
four.
yeah. Fuck.
I'll see
Why
if
do
I
they
get...
do this, man? Can you give somebody some time?
No, your wallet... My wallet has been hit
Fuck.
so bad on these goddamn action figures.
God
It's
damn.
Comic-Con, bro.
I know. I
Yeah.
should have known.
I don't know if they're exclusives or when they're coming out. There was a rumor they come out tomorrow or they're released tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw
don't
a red
know.
article this morning from IGN. and
I was
had that
I was
one.
waiting for them, though. I was waiting for them.
Me too. You know, I've been waiting a while for some Sentinels.
So anyway,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Anything else? Any final
No,
thoughts?
I'm done with this movie. I don't need to see it ever again.
Marcos?
Good night, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Maximum effort. Can't even save a relationship with goddamn strippers. He said shit, I would suck the shit out of him. Yeah, I tried to get it.